What's up, everybody? It's the Get Back. We are live. I am Lewis. There's Jess right above me, and there's Daniel right above me. Guys, what's up?
What's up?
Hey.
All right,
We here.
we here. We're live.
We
We
here.
had some banging
We're
ass
here.
tacos a couple hours ago, and we're
We did.
fucking tired, about to fall
That place
asleep.
was really good.
Oh yeah, yo, it was good. And
Shout out to Cave.
shout out to the cave. All right, this is so funny.
Literally.
Literally, just call it the cave. You can find it probably. Great restaurant. But today we don't have that much on the docket, but we do have some important topics to get into.
We have major stuff.
Major
stuff.
major news. It was so funny because we have so much to talk about that me Daniel, we were just talking about like how we would rank these quarterbacks based on their political affiliation. We will make that video because it was a funny concept, but we will make that tier list. It will be coming out maybe like the next couple of weeks. I've decided. Executive
You're
decision.
doing all
we will
this
do that.
without most of them not ever confirming what they are.
Yeah,
Of course.
it's called assumptions. You ever heard of them? It's called assumptions. Okay, it's not meant to. It's meant to be more
Called
funny than
fodder.
accurate. It's fodder. You know what I'm saying? But this is good fodder. You know what I'm saying? It's funny fodder. You know what I'm saying? All right, but let's get into some of the topics here. Sticking to football, let's just get into some quite tragic news, but hopeful now. You know, as I'm gonna get to it. Kyle Shanahan recently got into a car accident that left him hospitalized for a little bit, and he suffered a broken nose, hand, multiple ribs, and suffered a very severe concussion, and had to give 40 stitches to his person with an accident that occurred on July 14th. So this is about 12 days ago, just a little under 2 weeks ago, and we just found out about this yesterday. And reportedly, Shanahan collided with an SUV, and the other driver was uninjured. This is according to Adam Schefter, and drugs and alcohol were not involved in the incident. So, you know, first off, when we saw this news, we were like, holy shit, prayers up to Kyle Shanahan. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to see anybody in sports or just anybody in life in general have to deal with something of that magnitude, especially where it involves you being in like critical ass condition in a very bad car accident. So prayers up to Kyle Shanahan. Hopefully he makes a full recovery. He has all his faculties. The scars go away. The ribs get healed. The hands get healed. The nose gets healed. Right. But then it comes out that Kyle Shanahan is back at 49ers training camp. I think it was today or yesterday.
He made an appearance.
He made an appearance. Now, John Lynch said he is still in like concussion protocol, so he will not be coaching the team at all through training camp, pretty much. He will be taking that time to rest and heal and get prepared for the September 9th game, or September 10th, excuse me, game against the LA Rams in Australia. So
He has to be cleared first before he can just hop on and go with them.
yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of this story? What do you guys? What's up?
Just you can
I
go
mean,
first.
thank God it wasn't worse. You know, but it was still a bad accident. I mean, those were a lot of injuries. A lot of injuries. But people, especially those to the home base of the Niners fan base, whatever, and their media, you know, they're getting a little hostile about the fact that no one knew about it. Most people did not know about it until now. I personally don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, of course, you want to hear about something like that very soon, but it's July. You know, it's not in the middle of the season. It's not right after the season. They kind of had a quiet off season besides the Brandon Ayuk thing. There's not a lot of eyes on them. And it's like, why would I inform the team about this? So before we even get into training camp, they have to think about this. They have to worry about this. I kind of feel like he probably spared them, spared the media. I mean, now it's a circus. It will turn into a circus, but the whole No one wants to go into training camp with shit already hanging over them. Let's just start training camp and then we'll just deal with it when it comes to us. Um, I'm pretty sure some people knew right away. I'm pretty sure John Lynch knew right away. And I'm pretty sure he told the owner right away. And there are probably some players that knew before other players because he is close to certain players. So they probably knew. I don't think this was a total secrecy thing. The police reports don't say it was suspicious, even though people are out there trying to connect all these weird ass dots. I was just on X and I'm like, what are you people talking about? That they're legitimately trying to make this a thing that what's up with the secrecy and why didn't anyone know? And one person is like, they need to have cops who wrote this report need to show like body cam footage. No, they don't. What is going on? Like, so I don't know. But now it is going to turn into a mini story on like, I wasn't the public informed. But it's honestly, he's not a player. So you don't need him on the field, even though he's the head coach. So you don't need, this is not something that, what is the urgency about knowing right when it happens? What is that?
You want me to
What's the point of that?
you want me to enlighten you, Jess, on how some of these people online act? Parasocial relationships. They believe that they love the 49ers, they love the team, and that they are entitled to know everything and anything about that happens to the team every single day. That's just what it comes down to, in my opinion.
Well, I think to build on Jess's point, if it proves anything, it proves that the Niners are probably the most tight-lipped organization in the NFL. Because if this was the Jets, we would have had the police report the day he was in the hospital, the day he got discharged, photos of the accident, photos of him in the hospital, photos of his face, his X-rays. Like, the Niners just didn't want to get it out, and they had no leaks, nobody informed anybody. They were tight-lipped about it. I think that's a very rare and good thing to have in the NFL as an organization, right? I think hopefully Kyle's okay. Hopefully all his injuries here are well, and that it's good that he's okay and that he was able to survive it.
And the fact that he actually showed up to practice,
He showed up to
which
practice.
I'm sure he wanted to prove to everyone that, look, I wasn't a fucking terrible accident, but I'm still functioning. I don't think I'm laid up at home, even though I'm sure he's in pain.
Oh yeah.
You have to be in pain.
It's funny. The Niner players can like look at each other and be like, "Bro, what you're going through, I got shot, and you just have a bum knee." Kyle's like, "I have 3 broken ribs, and what? Your wrist hurts?" Like, I feel like there's nothing that a player can say like, "Oh, I'm having a bad back today." Brother, my face is fucked up for you. I have a concussion protocol because of this, and your back hurts.
You know what's funny? So we have a funny thing about Kyle Shanahan being and his uncle lore. This adds to his uncle lore.
Because we had a list of all the NFL coaches and what type of uncle they would be.
Right.
So Kyle Shanahan is the type of
Just to
uncle
give
to hold this over your
context.
head. Be like, I drove all the way down here. I have 3 broken ribs, and you're gonna put out that performance? Oh, how dare you! Like, you know what I'm saying?
But he wouldn't say it like that. He'd be like, "Hey, man, I get it, but there was a time I had 3 broken ribs, and what's going on with you? What? You hurt your wrist. Sometimes you got to battle through the injuries, man. It's okay. I went to work with 3 broken ribs. You could do this. That's the type of uncle I feel like he would be. Just to casually slip it in there to let you know that you ain't shit. That I went through worse than you."
Oh yeah, well now I mean it's definitely camaraderie that he fucking is just as beat up as they are.
Right.
But
A-
he's gonna get the best health care and they're gonna make sure that he can come back as soon as possible because he is one of the better coaches in the league. So you will be missing. Like if he's not, I mean, maybe they could be okay a few games without him, but it really depends on how well you trust your team. Because what if his symptoms aren't good? Which
we,
I'm
we, were-
hoping that they are, that he
we were
won't
talking
have
about
this
this.
problem.
We were talking about this before too, where it's like, if it is bad enough that he has a concussion, right, and that gets like it's a bad concussion, it could affect him long term. Like this may like you said before, just like he's a relatively older coach in terms of years, so he's almost 50. He is the main play caller there. He is the one who designs the plays, comes up with the schemes and the game plans and all that. He is the head coach. So it's how much of a role can he have of that going forward if he's not able to function as well as he used to?
Well, I think he'll be. I mean, he's still a young person. He's still a young. Just that he's not 20 something. He's not a 20 something year old athlete where he can just like probably make a speedy recovery the way they can make their speedy recoveries. But let's just hope that it isn't long lasting. We don't know how many concussions he's had overall in his life because he did used to play football, but I don't. I've never heard of that. So the most important thing is that he probably just needs to fucking rest so the brain swelling can go down. Get your fucking body right. Don't tell me like walking around with 3 broken ribs and a broken hand.
But
They said he
you know what
came
it
in a cast
is gangster. He's like the fucking
and he came in
Godfather
very
walking
slow.
around San Fran, be like, "You guys can't catch a fucking pass." What a shame. What a shame. Ricky Pearsall, you can't get separation off the corner. What a piss poor performance. Fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Deplorable.
Ricky could be like, bro, I got shot. What do you want from me?
Well, maybe this is a good rally for the team. Not like good like something, but just like another reason for them to play well.
That is
You don't
true.
want to disappoint your coach.
Right? Because
You have to show people that we're still a good team without our coach.
and it's also like the motivation you get behind like your coach. Let's keep it a stack. From the sound of this like car crash, could have died.
Yeah, that's what
Could
I'm
have passed
saying.
away.
It's you walked through that. Those are multiple injuries, and then one of the reports said that he was unconscious. So it's not. If that report is true, that means he was unconscious when the ambulance got there, and he didn't wake up till sometime later. That is terrifying when you get into a car accident because, yeah, I've never been in that type of car accident. Yeah, that motherfucker got ran. I don't know if someone ran into him. If they ever do release the footage, I definitely want to see it because that's a lot.
Yeah.
But
A lot
thank
of
God,
injury.
he didn't break his legs. That he didn't get paralyzed. That he's not a quad. That he's just whew.
Yeah.
If the worst thing is okay, a concussion, I got 3 broken ribs. I broke my nose. I got some stitches.
Broke his hand
If that's
too.
the worst of it,
God
then
damn.
yeah, he broke his hand. That's why his hand is in a cast. He's fucked up.
Damn. This shit is so fucking sad, yo. Damn.
Like
Man.
he's got Grant Cohn. He's like one of the main reporters. I follow him on X, and he was saying that when Kyle Shannon came onto the field, he was walking very slow. He came in slowly.
Hmm.
Because because you have no core power.
Son, the
You have no
pain
core strength right now.
the pain meds that Shanahan must be on right now are fucking the
It's
strongest
even if
thing you've
listen,
ever.
For
some
sure.
people don't take those pain meds because they can be addicting, and they can make you fucked up. So who knows how he's actually handling the pain? Maybe if he is taking the stronger stuff, that it's well monitored, and that hopefully he doesn't have some habit attaching
Well,
skills. I don't know,
hopefully,
but
Kyle Shanahan, we see you week 1 on the sideline coaching for your football team. That would just be a win right there because you nearly faced death right
they
in
would
the
have
face.
to win.
And, you come back and even if you lose the game, like you still are able to coach at a very high level. Like, life's bigger
Mhm.
than a football game. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you come back, just the thought of you coaching or being on that sideline is good enough for me.
We'll see if he can be on the sideline because if it hurts for him to walk, he might have to be in the booth.
Yeah. Well,
And even that would be a win.
I mean, he does have. It
I
seems
think
like
by
he's
the time the
recovering
season
well.
starts, he'll be able
Yeah.
a bit better. It's still like a whole month before the actual season begins.
Yeah.
You can do a lot of healing before then. I don't know if this is vain of me. I just wonder if the 40 stitches is gonna leave a huge gash or
It's like
I mean, now you get stitches and you can't even tell sometimes. But let me tell you something. When I had my surgery last year, the doctor was like, oh, the markings, where they did the incision. She was like, oh, those will go away. They're still here. They didn't go
Jess,
away.
they'll
They
go
got
away in
lighter.
25 years. That's when they'll go away.
So I don't know. I hope his face is okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Kyle. Prayers up to
They'll
Kyle.
give him a bunch of makeup. He'll be fine.
Kyle, you'll be fine. Just get back on the field healthy and whenever you're ready. Yeah. Moving on. We're going to talk about our next story. And it comes from the NBA. Finally, LeBron James made a decision. And chat, your boy was right. What can I say? You know what I'm saying? I predicted this. Mystic Lou. It's hard to come by a wizard every now and again. Me.
I was off by a day.
Yeah, Daniel and
off
I
by
were
one
off
day.
by one day.
I was off by 1 day.
You know what it might be?
That bitch.
It might be like 1 hour. We were off by one because apparently he made a decision at like 1 in the morning.
Bitch.
He was like, "Nah, these motherfuckers are the get back. Nah, I don't want to make my decision yet, cause they clocking my shit too hard, bro. Nah." But LeBron James is now a Philadelphia 76er. LeBron James joins the team of Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Jaylen Brown, Joel Embiid to form. In my opinion, I had a reaction video to this once it occurred. This is honestly one of the best starting lineups I've seen in a hot minute. Just going off, and we even haven't seen them play at all, but just going off of the potential and what these guys who were already in Philly, and then you had Jaylen Brown. I mean, this fucking lineup's ridiculous. And then you add LeBron into this, who could be a facilitator, who could get you 8 assists, 9 assists on a night, who could still give you 20 points every night. Right? He may not be the same level of defender, may not be the same level of scoring threat, but just the IQ on the floor alone is going to make everybody else better. Like, this team, in my opinion, only has the Knicks to worry about in the East. In my opinion. Right? LeBron signs a 2-year deal. If they get it done this year, they get it done next year. I only think the Knicks give them true competition because I just think that lineup is that good. But LeBron is going to Philly. Guys, how do we feel about it? I want to hear you guys' opinion.
I'll say this, right?
Here you go.
Jess, you want to go first?
I
I was gonna say, I think first of all, I think clearly, like, whatever team LeBron goes to, he's gonna make better. Like, that's not even like a debate. He's gonna make every team he goes to better. Like, just the guy had 25 and 8 on a 41-year-old when he was 41 years old. Like, he's still one of the greatest basketball players of all time, still right now. So, regardless of who he went to, he would have made that lineup 10 times better. I think Philly, we could have the legacy question debate in a minute, but I think, Philly, obviously now we'll hear during a press conference, he obviously wants to win another ring. He wants to maybe try to catch up to Jordan, whatever. He probably won't say that. That's what he's thinking. Philly was going to give him that best chance. Philly was he's going out of his way to go to Philadelphia. He chose going home to go to Philadelphia. He chose staying in LA and staying in the Bay Area to go to Philadelphia. So it's like LeBron made his choice. He wants to try to win something right now and before he ends his career. So I think, Philly does that for him. It's a very good lineup. It's a very, very good lineup. Jaylen Brown's an all-star. Edgecombe's a very good young player. Maxey's a top 10 point guard. And Joel Embiid, when healthy, is a top 3 center in the game. So he makes that lineup 10 times better. We'll see who kind of now does the ball handling and who becomes like the main facilitator. That can get ironed out later. There's a lot of superstars, only one ball. So we'll see what happens there. But I think LeBron might be willing to take a step back and let the players kind of do what they need to do, and he'll just be there. Because I think ultimately he wants to win. And if he wants to win, you go to Philadelphia. That was the decision to make. So, do I think LeBron's a bitch? Yeah, kind of. But, at the same time, I think, like, he wants to win. He wants to kind of improve his legacy. We'll have this debate in a minute. But, like, I think overall it's a smart move for him to go to a place that already is surrounded by superstars. And you're 42, you could take that step back where you don't have to be LeBron James. You can let Maxey and Embiid and Jaylen Brown do most of the facilitating and the scoring, and when your name is called upon, you'll get the ball. And I think that's his best situation, is going to a team that can allow him to do that.
I was kind of shocked. I was like, the Sixers? Like, I just didn't see him like in a Sixers. I thought he would. 'Cause who did I say that he would probably go to? I think I said Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
And there was another team, but I can't remember. Or maybe it was the Sixers. I can't remember. But I think it's more of what Daniel said, that it's probably the best plan for him, where it's not so demanding on him, but there's enough talent to go around. And maybe he's just the missing piece that they need. He's the missing leader that they need to get them over the hump in the playoffs. He also, like, to be practical, probably ready to get back on the East Coast out of LA. Like, just something a bit more down to earth, maybe a bit more authentic, a bit more. He did not seem happy in LA all the time. Right? He seemed like there was always like something like an
He was always
unsatisfactory
fighting
thing
somebody
going
too.
on. Huh?
He was always fighting somebody too. I think he got into a fight with Stephen A. Smith.
Well,
He got into a fight with somebody else on the court
seemed like
side.
There's a lot of drama in LA.
whenever they were reporting on LeBron, it became, some of it was, yes, oh my God, he's still this amazing player, but a lot of it was his relationship with like the owners and the GM and the players, and he just did not. It didn't seem very kosher over there. A lot of it was just like, we can win together, we can. It's like, he seemed like he had to like grin and bear a lot of it. It didn't seem very joyous from the outside looking in as a casual. But I guess it's cool that he's going to Philly. He's right next door now. I mean, he's close to New York.
And there's a report that he may be living in New York, and that he would take helicopters from New York to Philly.
That's terrible. Because you can just commute an hour and a half, bro. Get in your fucking SUV and take the ride into work.
Literally, I was talking to people. I was like, he could just buy like a big ass bus and just have a gym on the bus, bed on the bus, sauna on the bus. Like, he could have everything on that damn bus if he really wanted to, and it would be great, and it would be the smoothest ride you've ever had. Like, I don't know why he wouldn't do that, but helicopter. Stay away from
But
that.
I will say that I would not be surprised if the Sixers don't go to the championship. I'm not going to be surprised. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, even with LeBron, they can't go. Because they have meltdown. Like, they seem to be struggling throughout the playoffs. Like, they just always kind of make it, and then they just don't go nowhere. So it's just like, I wouldn't be surprised if, because we've seen this happen. Teams try to make super teams, especially with older players, and sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's really just becomes name and fluff and a disappointment. So I don't know. It's going to be an interesting season, but what?
I'd like to disagree. I think I would be surprised if they don't go to the Eastern Conference Finals and possibly don't go to a championship. I would be very surprised. I think this team is different in the sense of, like, they're not building this team around older players. They literally have Jaylen Brown, who I think is 28. They have Tyrese Maxey, who, correct me if I'm wrong, is like 23, 24 years old. Edgecombe, I believe, is turning 21, 22. Like, and Embiid is still, I believe he just touched 30. So these guys are young in terms of their basketball prime. They're all possibly either going into their basketball prime or they're in their basketball prime right now. And what LeBron provides you, he doesn't have to provide you what 27-year-old LeBron had to provide you. What he needs to provide this team is the IQ, the experience. He knows what it's like going deep into playoffs. He knows what it's like winning a championship with multiple teams. And I believe that this team right here is the best collection of talent he's ever had on one of his teams. Like, you can name me a team
At
that
least in the starting lot, at least in the same roster. At least with the starting five.
No.
Those Heat teams were great teams overall.
No. I think this is a better team starting line. Yeah, whatever. I think this is a better starting because you have Joel Anthony starting at your 5. Like we're not talking about the Miami Heat right now. Like we're not doing that. You have Mario Chalmers at your 1. Like chill out, bro. Like all right, we're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So this collection of talent is genuine. Tyrese Maxey dropped 28 points a game last year. Jaylen Brown was, I think, 3rd in MVP voting last year. Joel Embiid, for God's sakes, play just 50 games, 20 minutes every game. That's all you need, bare minimum. You could drop 20 a night. VJ Edgecombe is a very young, ascending, talented player. Good on defense, good on offense, can shoot the 3. He can get more efficient in that. They also have Kadarius Caldwell-Pope, Anthony Sidemans. I'm missing another player that they added, but this team genuinely is a good-ass team, and I think the best roster LeBron's ever had. And that's saying something because he's literally 42 years old, and he's lived through, a lot of his primes with Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love. Those Cavs teams don't even compare to this team. I'm sorry. They just don't. Kyrie Irving's nice, but Kevin Love, you comparing Kevin Love to Jaylen Brown? Hell no. You comparing him to Joel Embiid? Hell no. This collection of talent is just so good. I'd genuinely be shocked if they don't go far. Genuinely. Because all LeBron needs to do is plug and play. Pass the rock. Cut back door. Be a nice facilitator.
I think they can go deep into the. I think with him they can probably go deeper into the playoffs. I'm just saying if they don't, and they don't make it to the championships, I'm just not going to be surprised.
But why though?
Because all that stuff sounds good, and all that stuff is real, but sometimes it just doesn't hit. I don't know. I am just.
Do you have an example, maybe?
It's just the vibe I'm getting.
The vibes are off.
What will my vibes are off. What I will acknowledge is that you're right. He's been on so many different teams, literally different franchises, that he does know how to work well, even when there's conflict. He seems to navigate, pretty well. It seems like, okay, at this point in his career, he's seen all the pig-headed shit, all the egos, all the young bucks trying to show up and trying to show him out. I think, like you said, it's IQ. Hopefully they respond to him as a leader. Hopefully that they want to soak up everything that he's leaving on the court with them. And that maybe he is exactly what they need. I just feel like, I'm just saying. I'm not saying that they're not going to make. I'm just saying I would not be surprised if they don't. I'm not counting them out. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised. But what?
I would okay, so I want to agree and disagree with both of you. Okay? So I agree that I think that this is the best opportunity LeBron was going to get with this team, and that this team should be in an ECF or a finals. Should. I agree with Jessica that the Sixers, as of recent history, because we're going to have this debate right now, in the playoffs are known to choke and are known to kind of have this history of something always goes wrong, or they don't get the positive matchup and they just crumble, right? So that's hard to erase. That can snowball in franchises very quickly, right? Sixers are a great organization. They're a proud organization. They're a staple in the NBA. They've had some great players, Allen Iverson, Julius Erving. They've had amazing talent. They're a historic organization, right? They're not known as a NBA Finals regular.
Hell no. I don't think they've won besides ABA ball. I don't think they've won an NBA championship.
Right. They haven't won an NBA championship, right? So for a franchise like that to now say you are finals bound and you have to win one within the next 2 years.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no, he froze.
No, he was on a legendary rant too. Fuck. Damn it, man. All right, we're going to let him spin the block on this one because we didn't. Hold on, Daniel. Hold on. Stay, Daniel, come back. Stay with me now. Please. Oh no. We got to let him spin the block. He was just getting
back?
into his groove. There you go. We're back,
Yeah,
Daniel.
you're back.
Daniel, you got to spin the block
that's the
on
first
that
one.
take. Spin the block.
Where did I leave off?
You were talking about how you're expected to win now because you have LeBron James. You have this
Within
good
the
lineup
next 2
within the
years.
next 2 years.
Right. You have to win within the next 1 or 2 years, right? Like that's for a franchise that hasn't been to as many NBA Finals, not even won one. It's a big ask, and this team should be able to do that, and this team should have the ability. But now you're asking, Tyrese Maxey to step up, right? You need VJ Edgecombe to be now a legit option. He needs to get he can't have rookie slump or sophomore slump. Jaylen Brown needs to be Jaylen Brown. Joel Embiid, this is the big one. Joel Embiid needs to stay healthy and available come playoff time. Because every year, that brother is on the bench for 1 or 2 games in a series. That's not good enough, right? That's been the problem. And LeBron sometimes may not be that answer. Because when injured players go down around LeBron, shit goes bad. So now you need Tyrese Maxey to do what he needs to do. You need Jaylen Brown to do what he needs to do. So it becomes a lot of this group now is expected to win when they haven't even played one game together. So I'm expecting a lot, but I won't be surprised if those first couple of games they're struggling, or if they get to the playoffs they're struggling, because those are different beasts. And I will say this, and I'll agree to disagree, and then we'll move on. I think Jessica's point as well as we've seen super teams crumble. Kevin Durant going to Houston and him going to Phoenix, those were super teams that they were trying to build and they crumbled. What they were trying to do in Miami after LeBron, that was a failure. You had what the Clippers were trying to do when they brought in Paul George and Kawhi. You can bring great players to a destination. You can. Not all the time it'll work out. And I'm not saying, we've seen one super team, legitimately, and we have this argument, one real super team, and that was Steph, Clay, and KD. Okay, that was a legitimate super team of superstars coming together, and they went all out and they won. Outside of that team, can we legitimately say that there was a team of 3 superstars coming together to win a title? That it worked. Because you had Jokic by himself with Jamal Murray, sure. You had Giannis by himself, literally. The Knicks were a team of friendship and power because Jalen Brunson was a superstar. Yeah. So,
I think now, the NBA, it's less about, okay, I have 3 really great guys, and then everybody else could be, painfully mid as fuck to, not that good. When LeBron was on Miami, I'm going to keep it a stack. That Miami team, looking back at it, yikes. It was a bit tough. You looking at that talent on team, you're like, yeah, outside of LeBron and Wade, we're getting Chris Bosh, steep drop-off.
Right. But here's the thing, right? That was a team. That was a legitimate team that played together, grinded together, and they added LeBron to that room, and they made it better, and they went on their dynasty run. But everybody got better, and everybody played their part, and nobody disrupted that. Can Maxey, Embiid, Brown, and Edgecombe work together like that with LeBron now? Because now, think about this too. Maxey, Edgecombe, Brown, and Embiid had expectations because you're in Philadelphia. Now you get LeBron, and you're in Philadelphia, and you have to win a title. You just got avalanche with expectations.
We got to bring
Can they handle that now? Now all of the media is on
people work
Philadelphia.
better under pressure. So let's see if they can work
pressure
better under
makes
pressure.
diamonds.
This is immense pressure.
You know what we got to give them? We got to get them a sports psychologist. Because when Jaylen Brown came to Philly, it was oh, okay. Philly's going to make a lot of good noise. Hold on, chat. And now you got LeBron. Now he's whoa, now you got to win a title. So get them a sports psychologist. I think you give them the first 30 games to really find out what their play style is going to be. Even later on in the season, right? Find some things that work. How you want to play, how you want to structure your offense, and then also structure your defense, right? Who do you want being the guy to guard the best players, right? And how do you want to structure your defense and into your offensive game? It's going to be an adjustment period, and we'll see if I think Nick Nurse is still the coach. We're going to see if Nick Nurse could do it.
I just looked it up.
And Nick Nurse
had the same thought.
Championship coach with the Toronto Raptors. He's won a championship
Never
before.
coached. Never had a superstar like LeBron though.
I mean,
That matters.
he did have Kawhi.
He had Kawhi. Okay.
And let's just
we're gonna
call
have this
let's just
argument.
call
We're
a
gonna have
spade a
this argument.
spade.
We're gonna have this argument.
Let's
We're-
call a
we're gonna
spade a
have this
spade.
argument. We're gonna
The
have this argument right
Toronto
now.
the Toronto Raptors team, that was a good ass fucking team. Looking back on that
was a
shit,
good
that
team.
team was good. And so Nick Nurse knows how to coach. And remember, the Toronto Raptors going
Not
through
calling awful coaching.
going through the Eastern Conference, it was a bit tough. They had a tough series against Philly. Remember that? Nick Nurse, Kawhi, they were able to find a way, and Kawhi really clutched up. I think,
But
they,
here's-
I
but-
think and they beat
but-
the
but-
Warriors.
but-
They beat the Warriors. That team was so.
I get that, but in recent years, Nick Nurse really hasn't been all that. He's been a playoff failure. So again, you're asking another person to take a massive step forward. Can he do it?
I would agree he hasn't had playoff success, but I don't think he's like failure.
And look. Compared to LeBron's coaches outside of Eric Spoelstra, Ty Lue really wasn't all that. Ty Lue was along for the ride. You know, who was the guy he was with in LA? Not JJ Redick, but the guy before him. See his face. I forget his name. He won the title with him.
Frank Vogel.
Frank Vogel. Where the hell is Frank Vogel now? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and Nick Nurse, arguably, probably the third or fourth best coach that LeBron has had. Arguably. I would make that argument.
You could probably say
Two?
two. Yeah, I'd probably give you two, to be honest.
So it's like, Nick Nurse is a good coach, but he's also, he's proven, but like, now you got to deal with this massive influx of expectations. Can he adapt to it? Because they were calling for his head last year. Like, they wanted him gone. And it seemed like that may have been the case. They fired the GM instead, so.
Yeah. Like if they would have lost to Boston instead of beating Boston in Game 7, he would have been fired.
Right.
But
So it's like now you got to win a title.
But you know what it is? That Philly team against that ball, they were down 3-1. Without Jaylen Brown, with barely healthy Embiid, and Maxey and them boys was able to pull it off. I'm just saying this team has a lot in the tank. They have a lot in reserves that they can use. Like Tyrese Maxey had to dig deep against Boston and basically tried to solo it. And, that team wasn't better than Boston. Let's keep it a stack. Boston should have won that series. But Philly, if we're talking about recent history now, came back, Boston got 3-1. I think they know a little bit of fight. And they took the guy from Boston that they just beat, and then they got LeBron now. Like that. And the bench is good. It's good. It may not be the most well-known bench in the world, but Anthony Simons is good. KCP is good. Adem Bona is good. Like, you got 3 to 4 solid guys off that bench that could produce for you.
I'm not disagreeing with how good this team is on paper.
But can they do
Where are that?
Yeah.
I don't know. It still feels like a really weird team to me.
Yeah.
Like for some reason it still does. Like I'm still not, like I don't know. I think I'm still not totally sold on them.
You know what
yet.
it is? You know what's the cope gonna be? LeBron signed a 2-year deal, guys. So maybe LeBron knows. Hey, if it don't happen in year 1, we got chemistry now. Year 2, we gonna re-up, and we gonna try to win.
Well, that's a better deal than just, signing 1 year, which he could have done if he really wanted to. So yeah, 2 years. Now, year 2, I think I would be expecting a championship if they did really well the first year and just somehow just missed it. In
the second
they
year is a
definitely
player
have it.
option, so it's going to be if they win a title that first year, he dipping. Because now I think we'll get to this argument right now.
Does he want to end
Well,
on top
first-
for his legacy?
Here's the thing: does he want to match Jordan? Does he want to go above Jordan?
Oh, he wants to match Jordan, because there's no way he can go above him because he only has 4 chips. So he has to. In his mind, his ego, he'll say he doesn't want to, try to overtake Jordan or do whatever, outshine whatever the fuck. But we know, as a true competitor, people still give Jordan that edge over LeBron. I feel like in his heart of hearts, he
LeBron
wants to
has 5.
silence No. He has 4. One with
Didn't he
LA,
win
one
two in
with
Miami?
Cleveland, 2 with Miami. So 4 in total. He doesn't have 5 chips. Oh, trust me. You would know if he had 5 chips. Everybody would have said that. He has 4. He's won
Okay.
one and yeah. So, he wants to match Jordan. This is what he wants. But if he gets the 5, he thinks with all his accolades and all the things that he's accomplished, he's probably better. And at this point, it's just like preference. To be honest, I think the GOAT debate's real silly. They're both fucking phenomenal. Who cares? But in terms of LeBron and how he wants to cope with it, he doesn't care about family shit. He didn't come to Philly for like family oriented shit. The home cooking that they got, all the fucking investments that they have. He signed a fucking 2-year, $8 million deal. He don't give a fuck about the money. He literally said, I want to continue playing basketball for the grind. I like waking up in the morning and working out and going to play with my teammates and learning about them and being with them and really grinding through the season. He likes playing basketball. So, LeBron, you got 2 more years of playing straight hoops. Let's see what you can do.
Yeah. It made the NBA season much more intriguing.
Oh, yeah.
So it's good for them, good for ratings. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think
The Knicks are still champions of the East, though. Champions of the whole league, but always champions of the East, as the Sixers have learned. And LeBron, you can learn it too.
Listen, go from Knicks in 4 to Knicks in 5. That's all I'm gonna
say.
Hey. I do want to bring up. I want to bring up one more question debate, and then we'll move on to division review.
Mm-hmm.
In your guys' opinion, what's more impressive to a legacy, right? Is it what Jordan did, where he won 6 titles with the Bulls in 2 different decades, with basically with the same team for 20 years and winning there, or is what LeBron could possibly do, where it's winning 5 championships, possibly maybe even another one, and winning 5 championships with 5 different teams or 4 different teams? And in 2 cases, bring them their first championship in Cleveland and Philly.
I'd say
what
more impressive.
What's more of like a legacy
Doesn't
defined?
Philly have a championship from the 80s?
From the ABA, not from the NBA.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think what's more impressive, I think the way that Jordan won his championships, obviously 3-peating is so fucking difficult. So be able to do that, I think is more impressive. But also going to different organizations and ultimately propelling teams that have never won shit to winning a championship and building that culture, building that locker room, being the influence, being the why to why they won. That's also very impressive. I think it's probably like just.
I told you, these are apples and oranges.
Yeah, like they're both
Can't
great
really
fruit.
compare them. They literally have done things that no one else has done, and it's unfair to be like. I mean, it's okay to just be biased and say, "Well, I just like this player better."
Yeah.
So I think they're the GOAT. But to say that one is less than the other, like that's a lie. That's a lie. When you say that neither one of these haven't been the GOATs of their era. It's just. But I'm a millennial, so it's Michael Jordan all the way.
Yeah, and you see, that's your bias. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. But like a lot of people just like hate LeBron. And
But I still appreciate the LeBron greatness that he gave us. I can't be a LeBron hater. I don't understand LeBron haters.
They don't like greatness.
You have to acknowledge that. He's another one of one. We got a one of one in our lifetime.
Yeah.
And he played a long ass time. And he's broken records. He's literally has the whole league in his hand. Like he literally controls it all. When they don't make the fucking schedule without you and they say that out loud, it's your league.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think
The LBJ league. Like,
Uh,
forget NBA, it's LeBron's league.
I
Like,
think
it's
in terms
just
of the argument, what's more impressive, I probably lean Jordan three-peating twice, because just winning one championship is hard. Then winning a back-to-back and then back-to-back-to-back
well,
is hard. As
well,
fuck.
my argument is that he did it all with the same team. Like he didn't switch going up, apart from the Wizards. Like he stayed with the Bulls through and through for those years.
I don't think that's what makes it impressive.
I think it kind of does, because I think you have to go with the ebb and flow of your franchise. Like he went through the down period, he stayed for the uprise, went through the down period again, he stayed for the uprise again.
You mean the down
LeBron,
period of him gambling and going to baseball?
Exactly. LeBron, he went through a down period of the Cavs, dipped, went to Miami, won a chip, fine. Then he comes back, wins another chip, dips again, goes to LA, wins the chip, and dips out of there. And now he goes to Philly for possibly another chip.
If we gonna talk about the down
I
year,
didn't-
if
no,
we gonna talk
I-
about the
no, I
down
will
shit in the Cavs at the beginning, he brought a Larry Hughes, Mo Williams, Zodrinas Ilgauskas, I know who, to the fucking finals. Ultimately, they got the shit kicked out of them. But the fact that you even brought that team to the finals is very impressive.
But this is my thing: is that he didn't. Could he have stayed with that team? Maybe he could have stayed for the rebuild and maybe built something around him, with him as a linchpin. Instead of that, they had something pre-built in Miami for him to walk right into and win a title with. He had something pre-built in LA, walk right into and win a title. He had something pre-built in Philly where you could probably walk into and win a title. It's impressive in its own right. I'm not disregarding the titles that he won, maybe the Laker one, but the titles that he won in Miami and titles that he won with Cleveland, those are legit, right? Like those were great finals, those were great teams, that's whatever. Jordan stayed with the rebuilding and the drama and, the whole thing going on with him, Scottie Pippen and all that, right? Like he stayed through all of that. Came back and did it again with that same group. LeBron just kind of been hopping teams back and forth and winning titles.
wait. But was free agency, was trading happening as much as, was it on such a scale as it is now for Michael Jordan to want to go to a bunch of other teams
Hell
to try
no.
to win? It was a lot.
It was
a
just a
lot
different
like
league.
and
It was different.
it was a different league, and I get it. It's like he comes here, he doesn't want to stay for the hard times. But the truth is sometimes you just need someone to bring you good times. He's here to win. And maybe that's just been a strategy and it worked for him. I'm going to go to a team that's not going to waste my fucking time and my years. If I'm going to give a team 5 years, you can't win a chip with me in 5 years, 6 years, I'm out. Why do I need to give you 10 years of my fucking playing ability? Why do I have to give you time, skill, and effort for you to continue just surround me with bullshit players? You trade other players, and coaches I don't like. It's just, I mean, it's compared to the person who's like, I want to stay on one team for 25 years. Compared to that person, yeah, it may seem a little like selfish that he's not together. He's not together with you forever. But it's also, guys, it's also a job. It's a business. It's his passion, but it's a job.
You got to do his best for his
You know how many
career.
people switch jobs when their current company is going to the shitter? When things don't look good, when you see the layoffs coming, when you see the shit is in the red, you fucking hop ship. You just go. So why would we hold it different for him? To athletes, it's a
if
paycheck.
we're gonna have that argument too, Jordan, and we saw in a documentary, he dragged those teams to make them better and say, "This is what I got to work with. Okay, I'll make sure that they're ready to go and they're prepared." Not saying LeBron doesn't do that, but LeBron didn't have to drag these like
back then. And players, I think, were a lot more sensitive and adherence to leadership, to your coaches, to the better players. I mean, everyone has an ego, but I feel like today, you hear coaches all the time. You cannot talk to players the way you used to. You cannot coach them. They don't handle it well. They don't handle a lot of critique well. They don't handle demand well. A lot of these players probably couldn't last under Jordan.
No.
They probably couldn't play with him.
No. They would hate Jordan.
Yeah, exactly. And I think maybe LeBron also figured that out and is like, I'm not here to be anyone's daddy. I am here to win a fucking championship. Either you rise up or I'm rising up without you. That could be on the selfish side of things, but I don't think that's inherently bad.
Yeah.
It's just a different way of doing things. And I don't think how many people, I mean, I guess when he gets his own 30-30 and they and all this other shit, I mean, does he leave these teams in shambles? Is he toxic? You know what I'm saying? Is he like a poison to the lock? No. So it's okay if he goes to different teams. He's not leaving them in disarray. He's uplifting you. What he did for Cleveland, you know how many players would not go to Cleveland? How many A players did not want to go to Cleveland? I think that was a big sacrifice to go to Cleveland twice. Okay?
Once he
That's a
was
big
forced. The second time he
Once he was
willingly
forced.
went.
So, I mean, it just is what it is. He's one of those players where, yeah, he may have thought of himself first. But it worked out. He's one of these players where being selfish worked out. Selfish with no championships, with no record breakers like a lot of fucking players, then he would be an asshole. He put the work in. He's got the trophies to prove. Like he's got. Unfortunately, son, yeah, he just moved different. He just moved a lot different than Jordan, but it was a totally different league. It wasn't the same.
In terms of like, you know what I also hate. In terms of like impressiveness, like staying with one team ain't that hard, bro. We keep it a stack. Like I get it. But people like the comfort. People like the stability that one team gets you. You see pretty much the same front office almost every day. You see the LeBron goes from situation to situation to situation to situation to situation and makes all of them great. Even though, some people might call him Tyrant LeBron because he brings in his own coaches, he brings his own guys, he brings in the guys that he likes.
But that's
and he
what I'm
wants.
saying.
But
Does that make it a little bit more impressive than what Jordan did?
does it make it more impressive? I don't.
That he's able to work with different groups and different types of people to bring in and get them all together, win a title.
That is impressive in the sense. I don't know if it's more impressive
yes, but it
than
doesn't
Jordan.
diminish what Jordan did.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
It
more.
doesn't diminish what Jordan did at all.
I would say it's impressive.
Or is
They're-
it
they're
better for
both-
Jordan because Jordan did it with a similar group that continued to win?
True. I'd say
Jordan was able to rule an organization, and that's how he was able to do it. He did it his way. Him and LeBron's way are just different. And when you say LeBron, look, but that's what makes LeBron great. The greats don't do what everyone else does. They are different. They don't want to get comfortable. They don't want to just see the same faces. They don't care about the same neighborhood. No, that's what separates you. Are you willing to do something different to get a different outcome? And he decided, if I have to find another team to win, then that's what I'm going to do. I don't want to spend 7 years in a place where 60% of it is bad.
Yeah. And you know what I'd say? If Michael Jordan, let's say, they only win like one championship with the Bulls instead of the three-peat, I don't think anybody would have a problem with him wanting to leave. He'd be like, you know what? Out of all this time, you probably won one championship. You know what? You can go somewhere else. It's fine. Hey, I'll be mad because I'm a fan, but it is your basketball career. If you feel like this team, you could be put in a better
But he
situation.
didn't.
He didn't.
He didn't. He got what he got with Scottie Pippen, and they traded for Dennis Rodman. But then outside of that, he had what he had to work with, and he won 5 other chips with that group.
That's true.
Yeah, because that's how it worked back then.
That's how it worked back. And like I get your point. That's how it worked back then. LeBron has the ability free agency now to say, okay, y'all ain't doing nothing. I'll move here. I'll see what I could do here with a different group, with a different cast of talent around me. Because that's the one thing that with LeBron, he's played with a lot of other players compared to Jordan. Played with Pippen and Rodman his whole career, his whole career, whatever. LeBron's with Kyrie, Love, Maxey, now with Brown, Wade, Bosh, Davis. The list goes on of the talent around that he's had to work with, and he's made it work with all of them.
I still think
it's an amazing feat.
2 3-peats is very impressive. I don't care if
They're
he did it with
both
the same team or
It may be
not.
never done again.
If
It probably won't
it
because
won't
of the
be.
free agency thing. It probably
It will
won't.
never
That's
be
why
probably
Jordan will
done
always
again. Yeah.
have that. Because other people, these players they just have more freedom. There's just more choices. There's just more variety. There's just contracts are different. Teams are different. It's hard because other teams are just also better. Just also get really better. So, and think about all the players, Daniel, who have stuck with the team for 10, 15 years and only have one chip or no chip. What the fuck was all that loyalty worth for? Come on.
Yeah.
It's not always worth it.
It's
It's
kind
not
of
always worth it. It
like
is okay to leave.
most
It is
times
okay.
Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan. Those are probably the 3 guys that we can name that have stayed with their franchise and have won like more than 3 championships out of it. Like I think that
If
is the
Tom
list.
Brady
And
wasn't
Bill
winning
Russell
all those
obviously, but we're not
championships
counting. I'm
with
not counting the 60s. Fuck that.
if Tom Brady did not win all those championships with the Patriots, he would have not stayed with the Patriots for 20 years. At some point, he would have moved on. Because that's what people who are. Look, even Peyton Manning, after all those years with the Colts and winning a champ, he finally decided it was time to move on. It's not always worth staying with one team forever. It isn't. I'm sure the players who thought they were doing something noble by staying and being loyal and didn't win, didn't go deep into playoff consistent years, don't have a chip. I'm sure some of them are like, "Yo, what the fuck was I thinking? Why didn't I just take the leap? Why didn't I just, who knows?
Scared,
Like,
ego.
but it's a business and it's a paycheck. So whoever's paying you the most to play there, that's where you play.
Now in LeBron's case, LeBron took a massive pay cut for this deal.
Oh hell yeah.
He's getting only $8 million over 2 years.
Well, because he's finally reached to a point where it's like, I have so much money. I'm pretty much a billionaire now, or will be very soon. I'm not going to haggle my last 2 years over money. So clearly, the Sixers, there's something he trusts enough to be like, I will spend my last 2 years here. Knowing the chokehold, the choke jobs that they do in the playoffs, I'm still just going to tough it out here. And yeah, 8 million, whatever. Because you know how much money he's going to make off of that? Just being visible? Please.
Hundreds of millions of
He's
dollars.
making a shit more than 8 million. That's why he only signed for 8 million. He was like, I'm making so much more on the back end. Please. Please.
So, all right,
I
all
want
right,
my ass with 8 million.
So he's giving $1 million to Rich Paul, $1 million to Bronny, $1 million to his wife. Who's the last one go? What's the last one
Well,
going
his
to?
wife
Himself?
have control of the accounts. You know what I'm saying? His wife got all the money.
We're
man.
excited to see.
Yeah, I mean, this NBA season, I'm genuinely hype about matchups. I can't wait till the schedule comes out.
Okay. What's the Christmas game?
Oh,
LeBron versus who?
Philly versus New York. That's the only matchup that you could have on Christmas.
Or is it LA?
No. The Knicks versus Philly is prime time on Christmas. Prime time. I'm talking 8 p.m. No 12 p.m. shit. No 3 p.m. I'm talking 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time
about
in
Philly
the
versus
Garden.
Boston?
Huh?
What about Philly versus Boston?
It's also a nice matchup. I don't mind that. However, the Knicks just won a chip. I feel like
I feel like you do Knicks Spurs on Christmas.
Actually, I wouldn't
feel like
mind that either. I wouldn't mind that.
I feel like if you're gonna schedule it, you do. I think Philly LA is one matchup. I think Knicks Spurs the other one, and you do Boston versus like somebody else. Because you need the Sixers there, you need the Knicks there, you need Boston there, you need the Lakers there.
Mm-hmm.
You probably need Golden State there.
Yeah. We shall see.
Yeah.
Giannis
I got it.
is in Miami.
I got it. Knicks. You do Knicks Spurs. You do Philly, Boston, and you do Heat versus Bucks. And then you do Lakers Golden State, something like that. And then
Nice.
Nuggets versus somebody else.
Nuggets versus Timberwolves, as they do every fucking year. I feel like that's just the most common matchup I fucking see.
Oh, you do need no, you need the Timberwolves there because you need Anthony Edwards on Christmas for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
You need to.
All right, well,
So when that comes out, I do have to correct myself real quick. The Sixers do have one NBA title. If we're not counting the 60s, they have one NBA title. They won in 1983.
ooh,
That's when they had Moses Malone and Julius Erving. So they have one
wow.
title in 1983. If we're not including if we're not including the 60s and the 50s, they won one in 1938 or 1983. Sorry.
That shit been a long time ago.
So LeBron needs to bring a title there for 50 years of waiting.
Yes. Thanks, LeBron. All right, well, moving on. We're getting into our division review. Let's get it. We are going to be talking about today a division that Kyle Shanahan coaches in. A fun one. The NFC West. Obviously, the NFC West has the Arizona Cardinals, the San Francisco 49ers, the Los Angeles Rams, and the Seattle Seahawks. 2 bird teams, 2 LA teams. This is going to be fun. Okay? Because this division, let's just keep it a stack, was fucking stacked. Okay? They had 3 phenomenal teams last year in the 49ers, Rams, and the Seahawks. All of them had 12 wins or above, with the Seahawks having 14 wins. And then you had the measly Cardinals being the dumb dragon out of the, you know?
See, I ain't do shit part of the meme.
Yep, exactly.
I did my part. I did my part.
I didn't do fucking shit.
Yeah. So now we're going to discuss this division, and then next week we are going into the AFC West, which has the Chiefs. So let's get into it. It's the NFC West division review and preview. Here we go. We're going to start from worst, going on to first. And let's start with the Arizona Cardinals. Oh boy. Not much to talk about. They lost a lot. Yeah. Yeah, it was bad. But you know what? Bright side. Jacoby Brissett could sling the rock. Michael Wilson is your wide receiver 1. They got Jeremiah Love, even though they have 2 capable running backs in the backfield, Tyler Algier and James Conner. And Marvin Harrison hasn't yet had his big breakout season yet, even though he has been in the league for a couple of years. Yeah, this team is disgusting. It's terrible. Horrific.
I mean, I'll say this, and then Jesse can go. They have good position players in places. They have Jeremiah Love, who's a great running back. Maybe a reach at 3, but still a great pick. Marvin Harrison needs to get together. Michael Wilson's a great receiver. Kendrick Bourne's a good number 3. Trey McBride's a top 3 tight end right now. Jacoby Brissett is your starter. Carson Beck is your 2. Your O-line is buns. Your defense is not even buns. It's worse than that. So it's not a good team.
Yeah.
It just hasn't been a good team for a long time. Yeah, I don't have much to add other than that. I mean, I want maybe Arizona will get together one year. They're bringing in Mike LaFleur, who now is their new head coach. So he was the coach for the Rams last year. He's Matt LaFleur's brother. Cool. Yeah, good luck, Mike LaFleur.
Good luck. This team is so dog shit. Holy fuck, Jess. There's not even a need to comment on this team. They went 3-14 last year.
They're missing
everything.
Oomph. They're missing intrigue. They're just an incomplete. They're like the kid in the classroom you forget about. Like if you're a teacher, you just forget that this kid is always in the class. Like, oh fuck, yeah, he's one of my students. He does participate, but goddamn.
He's on the bus sometimes. He just walks behind you. You're about to close the bus doors.
It's like
oh, Timmy. Yeah.
Timmy, I forgot you.
Someone
were
who
here.
just lurks.
All right.
Someone
Well,
who lurks in the background. I know they're there, but it's like, what are you doing here? You're not like really making a splash, not making a noise. The truth is, they probably should have moved off Kyler Murray a few years ago. You know,
yeah.
they got some things to go, and it's just going to be very hard for them to shine when you have the Seattle Seahawks, the Rams, and even the busted up 49ers. When you called them phenomenal, I'm like, well, they had so many injuries, but they still went into the playoffs for like 2 rounds. So not only are if you're the Cardinals, not only are you dealing with a Seattle team that has just won the Super Bowl and they seem like they got their franchise quarterback and he's probably well able to make them do it again or very close to it. And the Rams who are just doing everything they can to bring a championship ASAP.
They're
And then the
building the
Niners who
bomb.
even when they're beat up, even when they're injured and their coach is in a car accident, they are still winning. So it's how they just don't know how it's a fuck their division is like not helping.
But I think that's also, if we're gonna have this argument, I think that's also kind of good because now you can kind of build slowly.
Well, yeah.
For if inevitably, if God willing, maybe one day one of those three teams will suck, will finish third,
Yeah.
maybe
There's no
you
expectations.
can start building a team for that.
I think
Right.
one of them will finish third. When I say my rankings, one of them is definitely going to be in third.
Well, I'm saying eventually if Arizona move up to third.
Oh,
If God willing,
Yeah.
one year one of them be bad, I don't think they can finish third.
Well,
So
this is probably the year for you to move.
well, let's see if it is
One
the
of your
year.
teams are broken.
Let-
The coach is broken, so you may actually win.
Let's see if it is the year, guys, because we have the Arizona Cardinals record prediction for the 2026-2027 NFL season, and we
Feel
are
bad.
going to start. I mean, yeah,
I feel
I
bad.
feel very bad doing this right now. What's their schedule? Here we go, and we're gonna go straight into it. Week 1 against the they're losing. Let's not.
They're
even-
losing.
They're losing that one. They're
losing.
losing Seahawks.
They're
They're losing
losing.
49ers. Are they beating the Giants? No.
They better beat. They better.
No.
They better.
No. They could. You
The
want to know
Giants
why?
better beat them, Lewis.
Yeah, because they're just not better than the Giants, so they're not going to win that one. Lions, they're losing.
They
Rams, they are
lose. They
losing.
lose.
Broncos. God damn, this
They
schedule is tough
lose.
as fuck. Holy shit. Who built this schedule? My goodness.
They didn't need this.
They didn't need
need
this.
First win may not. Their first. Okay, I'm happy you're at Dallas.
Uh oh.
Shootout.
Say it, Jess.
Dallas is good. They're not going to beat Dallas, but if Dallas is having a questionable season up until this point, they probably could pull up upset. I think their only real win on this board is probably maybe Washington or the Raiders.
I don't see. If he's healthy, I don't see.
Or the Saints. They may get 3 wins this entire season.
I don't see Jane Daniels losing to the Cardinals if he's healthy. I don't.
You know, nah.
If we're assuming Jane Daniels
not
is
giving you
healthy,
that.
I
Not giving you
Okay.
that. Jets versus
I think the
Cardinals.
Jets could beat the Cardinals.
I think they can too.
But yeah, they may win against the Saints or the Raiders, so they're going to
don't
be
think
either
they beat the
1 and
Saints.
I don't
or
think they
2
beat the
against-
Saints. I think the Saints are
I
way
think
better.
the Saints are so good. The Saints are really good. The Saints are winning the division at 7-10. We went over this.
You know what? Ballsy
Are
prediction
they
here.
better than the Raiders?
Ballsy prediction
Are
here.
they?
Ballsy prediction. They beat the 49ers last week because the 49ers rest all their starters.
Yeah.
1-6. I think they're an ass team. I don't think they beat any of these fucking teams. I would keep it stacked. They're lucky I gave them the pity win in week 18 for shits and giggles.
Maybe at most, I could see 4 legitimate wins with an upset somewhere.
Yeah.
But at most, you get 4. And you probably don't even want 4 with the draft coming up. Yo, Trey McBride, get the fuck out of there. I don't know what you got to do, brother. Get the fuck out of there.
Yeah,
Trey
because
McBride. Like,
they're wasting your prime.
you have to pull LeBron. You were wasting your prime in Arizona. You are the best tight end in the NFL.
Please,
Get the fuck
please
out of there.
pull LeBron.
Trey McBride, get out of there.
Go to the Chiefs. Go to be with Josh Allen. He'll be your favorite. Go to the Seahawks. I don't give a fuck where you go. Go to the Rams.
Go to the Rams.
Fuck yeah, just go to the Rams, bro. Be great. Like, I mean, this team's gonna
Pull
be
LeBron, bro. Just get out of there. Just please.
this team's gonna be
You're
so
too
dog
good to be
shit.
1-16.
Like, it's not even funny. Like, yeah, it's disgusting. Yeah, let's just get into the more fun teams, shall we? Let's just.
All right, let's start the division review with the actual NFC West. Let's start the division review. Pull up the
All right, let's talk about him. Holy shit, that's so funny. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the San Francisco 49ers, who were third in the NFC West, tied with the Rams last season.
made the playoffs.
Made the playoffs as well.
Won a playoff game.
Yeah, they beat the Eagles in a playoff game. Chat.
Now, they also did not have Brock Purdy for, what was it, a couple games? 4 or 5 games, I think it was.
I believe so, if I had to check back on that. They didn't have Brock Purdy for a decent stretch of those games. And then he came back.
And they
was
looked
playing
pretty
well.
good in those Mac Jones games.
Fucking come in and be like, wait, I can win this game.
That is true. Like,
Yeah, so
Brock Purdy had
1,
9
2,
games played.
3,
Mac Jones
4,
had
5,
11
6,
games
7,
played,
8.
actually. So Mac Jones started a lot of these games.
The season.
He started pretty much. He's the more of the season. But Brock Purdy had a little bit more yards, more touchdowns, a 0.2 less completion percentage. They were quite comparable. Just the touchdowns weren't there for Mac Jones. But in terms of the season, I mean, Christian McCaffrey almost had 1,000 yards receiving as well as 1,200 yards rushing. So Christian McCaffrey, all things considered, we were talking about him not being the
which
same.
to be fair is a down year for him.
And if the fact that that's a down year for him is saying something. He's a fucking beast, and he was healthy last year, right? When it kind of seemed like nobody was healthy last year, Christian McCaffrey was the one to be like, no, guys, I'm holding down the fort for healthiness. Like, it was weird. And the defense was banged up. They didn't have their typical roster of great players. And somehow, some way, they make that shit work.
They also lost some games because they almost lost games because of their kicker. Let's not forget
Oh
about
my
that.
God, Jake Moody. Oh my gosh. Wow. What a fucking generational sell of a kicker. Holy shit. Never bring him back ever again. He does not deserve it. I mean, they lost that Tampa Bay game because of Jake Moody. Let's keep it a stack. Like, he missed like
Right.
what, 3-4 kicks? Like, this is a problem.
Wait, that was last year when that wasn't the season before when they had all those losses because of the
Well, no,
kicks?
they were having a problem with kicker 2 years before too. They just didn't get rid of him.
Oh yes. Oh wait, was this Pinheiro? I think we're thinking of the wrong year. Because I'm dumb. I think that
Well,
was
Pinheiro,
that was
I think,
2
came
years
in halfway
ago.
through the year.
No.
The one that just he came in the
Pinheiro-
season of
Pin-
2024.
Pinheiro was there.
Right?
Jake
was there last
Jake
year?
Moody got cut because he's ass, and then they brought in Eddie Pinheiro, and then he was good. Eddie Pinheiro is spectacular.
But was that the 2024 season they bought Pinheiro in, or 2025?
2025.
That was last year.
That was last year.
Last year, yeah. Remember him on fantasy, man. But like
Because remember when Debo Samuel got into Jake Moody's face?
that was 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago. Yeah, he's right. No, that's 2 years ago. He's right.
Yeah, because that's when Debo was on the team. Debo wasn't on the team last year.
Exactly. So they got rid of him while Debo was still on the team.
No, but they got
Yeah,
rid of him
Pinheiro
at the
was
end,
28
end of the
yeah.
season.
Pinheiro was 28-29. He was good. He missed 1 kick last year.
Yeah. Pinheiro was good. I mean, it was mostly this entire team and then the Brandon Ayuk saga, Ricky Pearsall not being available all the time.
And then the 1,000 injuries.
1,000 injuries. And also George Kittle hurt himself at the end of the year, which fucking sucks. Tore his Achilles. Fred Warner.
All their big guys got hurt. Everyone who mattered.
Yeah. And
But yet, and again, their schedule very cupcake. I mean, this was a very
Last year they had a cupcake schedule because the year before they ended terribly.
right.
So they got like last place scheduling, which was sort of what they needed for last year.
I mean, you end the year with Arizona, Carolina, Cleveland, Tennessee, Indy without Daniel Jones, and the Bears.
But
And you
somehow,
beat the Bears.
some way, Daniel still found a way to hate Brock Purdy in all these games. Just
I always will. I
he
always will.
still found a way. Even Brock Purdy
And
could
I
throw for
always will.
303 touchdowns and look fucking good. He's like, yeah, but he missed that open guy right there. So I don't know about him.
Listen, okay, let's have this argument right now, right? So they added Mike Evans, they added Christian Kirk, right? They still have Trent Williams on their O-line. Their defense got a little bit deeper. They're getting Fred Warner back. They're getting Nick Bosa should be good to go to start the year.
Trey Greenlaw's back.
Trey Greenlaw's back, right? So, and they have depth now. They know they have the depth now. Brock Purdy right now, this is the best team I've seen Brock Purdy have on paper, honestly.
I
This is the best team I've seen Brock Purdy
disagree. I think the year that he made it to the
Maybe,
Super Bowl was the best one.
From an offensive standpoint, this is one of the best teams he's had so far.
No,
Him.
disagree.
Fair. Okay.
I mean, Brandon Ayuk and
My
Deebo
arg-
Samuel
my arg-
and Christian
okay.
McCaffrey, they're way better than
My
this
ar-
receiving core. Like, this is great.
my argument, regardless of the offense now, because this is an improved offense from last year. Agreed or not?
From last year, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, they seem healthier.
Okay.
Yeah.
100%.
Right, improved offense from last year.
Yes.
Regardless of Kyle Shanahan being hurt. Arguably, Brock Purdy needs to prove his contract now. And arguably, it's going to be the toughest year for him to do that because of where the Rams and Seattle are. This is going to be a tough year for the Niners. They have to pretty much play 12-win football and maybe be a third seed in their division. Because outside of that, they might not even make the playoffs if they don't win more than 11 or 12 games.
Yeah. And also, like,
So
Brock Purdy needs to stay
now
healthy.
Brock Purdy needs to stay healthy. So now there's a lot that needs to happen for this Niner team to go right. And that means Brock Purdy needs to play up to a certain level and standard. This team needs to be healthy.
What would Brock Purdy like? What's a stat line that you could see Brock Purdy like that would appease you, that would please you, my liege, that would please you? Like if everything goes well, if what they get, get them 12 wins, they get they have a decent year, people are healthy. What's like an expectation for Brock Purdy? I'm thinking maybe like 27, 28 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 7 interceptions. Good QBR.
I would say between 35 and 37 passing yards.
Passing yards?
Yeah, in total.
35? 100?
Yeah, 100.
Okay, thank God. I had a brain fart. I was like, wait, 35 yards?
I'm not that stupid. I'm not that petty.
I'm like, wait, what?
All
right.
I'm not that
3,500.
petty.
Okay, 35. Okay.
I would say 35, 3700 yards. I would say plus 20 touchdowns and less than 10 interceptions.
Yeah.
I need that year from Brock Purdy to prove to me that he could be the quarterback for this team now and going forward.
Ooh.
If he doesn't meet that, we need to have another conversation about Brock Purdy.
Let me tell you, you're asking a lot about Brock Purdy about the interceptions. That's the only thing you're asking a lot about. Because that brother loves to throw it into triple coverage. I'm just saying, he has some great throws. He looks really good,
listen,
then he looks real shit.
Seattle's better. We'll get to them. LA is definitely better.
Yeah.
You have to figure out your quarterback situation if you want to win. Is Brock Purdy the guy? Again, for like the 4th straight year we've done this show, is Brock Purdy the guy?
I think he is. I mean, he literally helped lead them to a Super Bowl.
That now has to be the year.
Daniel, I think you're in denial.
Am I?
You're in denial.
Am I?
You just don't like that this organization is basking their basic, their next few years onto this guy because he's not like lighting up the screen. But the thing is, he's functioning enough. He's getting them the wins. I'm just saying.
But
could they get better? Probably.
So
but
did
who?
Jared Goff when he was with
But
LA,
who
and they
have
said
they
he
get?
can't get us over the hump. We need Matthew Stafford.
Is there
Like,
a
this
Matthew
is-
Stafford out there right now that the Niners can just scoop up?
No.
Who would they get that would be better right now? That they can just plot. That they can just pluck.
Your boy.
Who's not under? Who can they get right
Your
now?
boy.
Joey B.
Your boy. Why not?
Oh, that'd be
See,
so
I honestly
sweet.
think if that was a possibility to get Joe Burrow out
probably
of
would have done
Cincinnati
it.
right now, other teams would have been trying. I don't
But
think
why not
that-
this year? Jared Goff
think
was a
it- I
Super Bowl
think-
was a Super Bowl quarterback.
I
Matthew
think
Stafford never
if-
been to the Super Bowl before in his life,
I
and they
think
made that
if
trade happen.
there were any whispers that Joe was ready to leave, if there was any whispers, an organization like the Niners would hear that, and they probably would go after him. But he's not available. Who else is available that's better than Brock
Joe Burrow and
Osweiler?
the Bengals are gonna have a great season. Mark my words, 13 wins. All right,
Even if they're going to have a shitty season, they just obviously, who wouldn't go after Joe Burrow? I think it's clear that coming from his side, I'm not leaving Cincinnati right now. So there's no offers. There's like no one's going to
Yeah.
openly entertain that.
I think Brock Purdy
So
is
who else would he get?
Brock Purdy is a top half of the league quarterback, and it's hard to replace those guys. It's very hard. The Rams did it effectively, but not many teams could do that.
They did it effectively, but it was also sloppy. They did that shit like like no one saw that coming. Like that was just like boom.
But
They,
that's
like,
my point.
they
It-
sat
but-
all over
okay,
Jared Goff.
'cause
Sent him
but
off
that's-
to
but-
Detroit to die.
But doesn't
Like-
help my argument? Doesn't help that argument that it can't happen. Even Matt Stafford had a great year with Detroit. So did Jared Goff. They swapped teams. It can happen to any quarterback. Trevor Lawrence can want out. They can make that trade. Justin Herbert can want out. They can make that trade. Right? That could be wanting out. They can make that trade. It could happen.
It could.
I also
but
think
you
I also
have-
think the age
there's
is
a
a
lot
factor
of things
too.
that go into it, and I
Probably
think
age.
obviously the biggest thing is probably money. You know how much money they'd have to pay Dak right now? Even Dak, you know how much money they'd have to pay Joe Burrow, right? I think at that
you
time,
wanna win a
what
championship?
the Rams did and the Lions did, that was the right time at the right moment. That was luck that it worked out like that.
You want to win a Super Bowl?
Yeah,
You want to win a Super Bowl?
yeah, every team wants to win.
Yeah,
Then
but
you
that's
give your
not a
quarterback
guarantee.
what he wants. If he wants to get paid, you give him the paycheck. If Dak Prescott, who we agree with, is a better quarterback than Brock Purdy, if money's the issue, we're doing something wrong here. If we have a chance to get Dak Prescott and
But
money's
that's
the
the
issue, we're doing
NFL.
something wrong as an organization.
But look, you already see how the Niners have their payroll troubles. Before going into last year, they literally cut half their team because they had to get rid of so much money that they just wasted so much money.
Brandon Ayuk.
The owner, I don't think it's a John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan problem that they don't go after a better quarterback.
Yeah.
I think whoever's carrying the purse strings at the end of the day is probably just like, not right now.
But I also think Brock Purdy is a
Okay,
good
so
quarterback.
so then the expectation for the 49ers is they're never winning a title. And that's what we have to accept. If that is the case,
Maybe
the
not.
Niners are never winning. Kyle Shanahan's never going to the Super Bowl again. John Lynch is never going back. Brock Purdy's not going to be the guy because there's other teams right now that are arguably better than them because
Well,
they
I
have
think-
better
well,
quarterbacks than them and they're
if
playing
we're
better
gonna do
defense
this,
than
what I
them.
would say is, I
So
think
at this
John
point,
Lynch,
you have to
Kyle
tear it all
Shanahan,
down.
They don't have to stay with the Niners. They probably will get their own championship.
But also,
So when you mean Niners, you're talking about like the organization.
I'd also
Kyle Shanahan will
say
fucking leave to find his Super Bowl.
I'd also say the teams that we think are upper echelon and potential winning a title, they may have better quarterbacks, but they also have better teams. Like let's keep it objective. The team is just better. So on one hand, yes, you are correct. I feel like anybody with a fucking brain can say the quarterbacks of these great teams are just better. But then there's some great quarterbacks that haven't won shit. They haven't won the Super Bowl. Brock Purdy did.
Okay. But now this is my argument. Hang on. This is my argument right now, right? If the expectation is Super Bowl or bust for this entire organization, right? From John Lynch down to Ricky Pearsall, down to Brandon Ayuk, because he's still on the team technically. So from John Lynch to Brandon Ayuk, right?
Yeah.
If the expectation is Super Bowl, and we don't have the means to get there, and we're not doing anything about it to change that, then what are we doing? Then we have to tamper expectations and live with the fact that we may be a 10-win team that gets bounced out of the first round because our quarterback didn't play well enough, or because our defense didn't play well enough, or because we made mistakes along the way, and now we have to eat them.
Yeah.
So if you have an opportunity now where we have a decision to make where we can change something about our team that can't be our defense or our O-line or our receivers or whatever that situation is, but we have an opportunity to maybe trade our quarterback somebody else and
To
picks
upgrade.
to get a guy we think is better,
Mhm.
why aren't we doing it?
Oh yeah.
If Brock Purdy has a bad year, this is all what Scott argument's about. If Brock Purdy has a bad year,
if he has a bad year, like a real bad year, say the rest of the team is not that bad, but it's Brock Purdy who's having a bad year, and it's an obvious reason why the Niners struggle this season. That gives them more wiggle room. That gives Kyle Shanahan a lot more wiggle room to be like, okay, no, we need to get rid of him. Like, we'll
Mhm.
just cut the fat, cut the loss. Like, that can still happen. But if he has if he has a decent year where they're going into the playoffs, maybe they go deep, who knows? They're probably not going to get rid of
And
him.
also, I think the Super
They
Bowl
just gave him that contract last year.
when they went to the NFC Championship game and then the Super Bowl, that bought Brock Purdy a good amount of time to continue to develop his game.
we gotta stop doing that.
It,
we gotta
what
stop
it
doing that.
did?
We
What are
gotta-
you talking about?
You do that with other players.
But we gotta be like, oh, he wants the Super Bowl, so
He literally
he gets
did.
more time to work with.
In his first and second year, he was fucking cooking, and then one bad year, and we're like, oh my gosh, he's the worst quarterback I've ever seen. Oh my goodness.
Never said that.
Why
Never
are we?
said that.
You did not rank him highly. Let's just keep it a stack. You don't.
There you go.
Thank you. Which means that you don't think he's that good.
You two do.
I don't rank him high. I think I rank him fair.
Yeah.
I think if I'm playing with your hypothetical,
So
I think
do
I
you,
lean
okay,
more a
do
bit
you
favorably
think
than I
Brock
do.
Purdy can win a Super Bowl with the 49ers? Yes or no?
With the 49ers
Right now.
this year? Or just in maybe like
Any
the
year.
next
In general.
Yes, I think he can. I think he can.
Jess? I want your answer on this.
Yeah. I think, yeah.
But it's not like a clear
think it's
yes. It's more like a
impossible, Daniel. I don't think it's
65-35, 60-40. Because you can get better than Brock Purdy. I'm not saying you can't. But Brock Purdy's
Yeah.
not
The
bad.
thing
Like,
is just what are
we
the
can't-
likelihood that they're going to do it? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I just don't know what's more realistic. They get a better quarterback or they try to do everything they can. They give Brock Purdy an astounding offense, a great defense.
So-
He stays healthy.
Because
They stay healthy.
there are teams and there are quarterbacks that
They
are
had that in 2019 against the Chiefs, and they still lost.
Okay, that was a few years ago, though.
and also that was Jimmy G. You know.
Or whenever that year was, I forget the year. It was in the 20s. I know that. Okay.
And
Whatever that
hey,
year was.
let's keep it a
2023, when
stack.
They went into Vegas.
Kyle Shanahan should have won that Super Bowl. There's no fucking way you blow that lead, Kyle Shanahan, you piece of shit. Anyway,
Yeah,
Kyle
that's
Kyle
Kyle's fault. That's not
Shanahan
Brock
should
Purdy's
have
fault.
one Super Bowl with the Falcons and probably one
Two
to
with the-
two with the 49ers. Like, he should have more rings than he does. Like, he should not be ringless, respectfully. But they just haven't done it.
That's why he showed up today broken, because he was like, I need to get my fucking ring. And I will
Well, this is
power
by
through
hook or
this
by crook.
injury.
This is what I'm saying. He's on a time crunch, literally. So now would be the time to decide if this is my guy. Legitimately.
And
If we're on a time crunch here and we could get a better quarterback, why aren't we
You know
doing
what's
it?
funny? We
Look,
talked
look,
about this
don't
during
know
dinner,
what
too.
The accident does. Well, maybe this will give him the courage to be more fearless.
Yeah.
I only live once.
Yeah, it
I
would.
almost
Yes,
died.
it would.
I'm throwing all the cards in now. I'm taking all the
He
risks.
says, fuck them
Then you never
picks.
know. We may get a real wild west out there.
Literally. Yeah.
We may really
But-
get the Niners doing some wild shit.
So why
If
don't we
drop
say
the
YOLO,
Chiefs
give me
back
Joe
to
Burrow?
the Eagles.
Why don't we say that?
If you give the Bengals the right offer and they want to accept it, then sure, you do that every day. But also, Joe Burrow does carry risk as well. Even though he is better, he does carry risk.
Yeah, because he's been injured a lot.
Yeah. So that is risk.
So I think a
there,
lot of
but
things
I
look good
think
on
it's
paper, but I
better.
think when you actually
What
come
quarterback
to-
doesn't come with risk?
Yeah, but how
Field.
many have been as he is unique compared to a lot of these other quarterbacks. He has gotten serious injuries, like inconsistent seasons. And it's not just the injuries, it's when you are not good, the team is not good.
Mhm.
So your record just fucking sucks.
That is true.
So I think a lot of things look better on paper, but I think when it actually comes to execution and you start all the questions come up, I think if you're a GM, an owner, or a coach, you have to consider that this may not work out as well. So you have to really trust if we bring him over. For whoever gets Joe Burrow, you have to build like a surround, like a Chinese wall around him because he can't afford to get. Because that would be me if I was the owner, if I was signing this guy. I don't want to pay no one that can't play.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do to protect him? Like, what players do you want to get that I am willing to pay for?
Well,
Like, what are because that's I feel like that's his most important thing that he needs to be protected and he needs a defense.
well,
Last thing before we get on the schedule. Last thing before we get on the
Yes.
schedule, real quick. Last thing. We have to also be fair, right? Because now we're also talking about expectations. This is a really good Niners team. On paper, it's a really good Niners team. Arguably, they're not going to stay healthy, right? Arguably, they're not going to stay healthy. So we have to keep that in mind as well. We also have to think if there is a down year here, and I feel bad for saying this, but we also need to be talked about. Are we going to start heating up the Kyle Shanahan seat?
she.
They say that every year.
You
They've
could-
been saying that for the past
You
5
could have
years.
heated
but
it
I
up
think
3
after
years
10
ago.
years, I think,
But does it get turned up to 11 now because now we're going on 5 years with nothing?
or very coming very close and falling. I mean, you
Right.
probably.
Look what
I
the
think
Bills
it'll
did.
like
Look what the
like
Bills.
a lot.
You can
The
have a very
Bills, but
successful
the
career
Bills
as a
are
head
not the
coach, but
Niners.
you'll make Super Bowl, you're gone. Look what the Bills did.
Yes, that's what the Bills did.
Sorry, Jessica. Ahead.
The Bills are
I
not the
spoke over you. I'm
Niners.
sorry.
No, don't. The Bills are not the Niners, and I think a lot of it comes down to we said this before relationships. But I wouldn't be surprised if they do decide to let him go after 10 years because that may be Jeb's inner thing. His inner thing may be like where he only knows where it's like, I'm going to give Kyle Shanahan one more year. Year 10, he has to make this happen. I don't care how many injuries you got from your accident. I don't like you cannot have a bad year. I do want like maybe 10 years is fair, but if they really are close enough and the season is not too shit, like don't be surprised if he's there.
Yeah. Well, let's not be surprised at what we think the record prediction for the 49ers will be. Let's predict it right now. The San Francisco 49ers 2026-2027 NFL record prediction by the Get Back.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
Yes.
So are we basing these wins and losses if Kyle Shanahan is the coach for the majority of the season? Because they still haven't said, there's no guarantee of when he's coming back.
Lewis, is right side road game or left side road game?
So it means that San Fran is at the Rams. So for week 1 example.
Okay,
they're
so
technically at
so
the
2 3 so 2 3 4 on the road.
Yeah.
So if he can't fly, are we assuming that he's not going to be there for the first 4 games?
Wait. Hold on, Chad. Schedule. Okay. All of these are home.
They're home games.
Yeah, they're home games. Technically.
So
Now,
yeah.
what were you going to say?
Let's say because they're home games, maybe that changes things. Maybe he'll be there.
So
He's
if the
not flying.
49ers are on the left, they're on the road. If the 49ers are on the right, they're at home.
I think even if he's not there, I think he's still going to have a lot of control over the team because he's just going to be telling the interim coach what to do. I don't think he should let this guy figure things out for himself. I think he needs to have an earpiece where Kyle Shanahan's like
So
working remote from home, like
He'll
send
be
this
in the
plan,
booth.
do this, do that.
I feel like
Could
worse he'll be in the booth.
and he'll be talking directly to him downstairs. Because I don't think as long as he's like mostly cognitively there, he can probably still just run this team just in the back seat.
All
I think the only game in question would be the Ram game.
Yeah.
Because that's in Australia. Because week 5, he's in Seattle. You can take a bus up there. And then the next real road game, their first real road game is at Atlanta week 7. That's their first real road game.
I think he'll be back.
And he should be back by then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
my
think
point.
he'll be back by like week 1 or week 2. I think he'll be okay.
He may not be on the sideline, but I think he'll be in the
He'll
booth for maybe
definitely
most of the
be
year.
a presence on the football field. Let's just keep it a stack. Speaking of presence, week 1, San Fran versus LA in Australia. I have the Rams winning that one.
I have the Rams winning as well.
Yeah. Tough fucking first game. Let's keep it a stack. I mean, you're going up against a juggernaut in the LA Rams. They're fucking amazing. But it is division, so they're gonna beat Miami. I believe so in week 2.
They're beating Arizona.
Yeah.
Home to Denver.
Week 4 against Denver. Tough defense in Denver. Tough game. I could see maybe this being a close game, but I'm leaning Denver here.
I would lean Denver too.
I am leaning Denver in this matchup. Jess, what do you think?
I was gonna say since they're in Denver, Denver will probably
No,
win.
they're in San Fran.
Oh, they're in San Fran. Then what the fuck?
On the left, the San Fran's on the road. On the right, they're at home.
So read it like Denver at San Fran.
Yeah.
So it would look at week 5. It'd be Niners at Seattle. That's how you're
Since you
reading
guys
it
are
left to
saying
right.
loss, I'm gonna say win. This can be like an upset game.
Well,
Okay,
we
we live in a
outrule you.
democracy. We live in a democracy, so it's 2-1, so we win.
All right, week 5 against the Seattle Seahawks. You know what?
I think with Seattle they're split.
I'm leaning that, but I do think Seattle. I mean, the way they mollywopped them in the playoffs, though, ooh, it hurts.
Well, maybe the Niners want their look back.
True. All right.
I think they'll be healthy enough because they were not healthy in that Seattle game.
Yeah.
I think they'll be healthy enough in 1 or 2 of those games to win.
So week 5, we get the win, and then week 6 against the Commanders.
They'll be Washington.
And I think that they'll be probably Atlanta.
Brandon Ayuk will be between that. Will Brandon Ayuk be a headache in that game?
Yeah.
When we play
He'll
the
be a
Commanders?
headache before it.
Brandon Ayuk is not playing football.
No, but he's gonna be all over Twitter with the Commander game. It's gonna be so funny.
And I do think they go to Atlanta and they beat Atlanta. I think they're just.
I think they
better
beat
than
Atlanta.
Bye
They
week.
beat the Raiders.
Hey yo, I think they could beat the Raiders as well. Week 10
I think
against
they could
Dallas.
beat the Cowboys.
I see a loss.
I could see a loss too, but it's not because they can't beat the Cowboys. It's just because Cowboys for that week they're good. Personally, week 11 against the Vikings, they could beat the Vikings, but that defense is decent. Kyler Murray, how's Kyler Murray doing at this time of year? Right, or is it number 9? You know what I mean? Like, who's the quarterback? You know what? Go to San Fran. I think they beat that.
I'm going Vikings.
Jess, what are you thinking?
I think they can win the Niners.
All right.
So I'm picking the Vikings.
2-1. We have Seattle splitting, so San Fran gets the loss here. Week 13 against the Giants.
They win.
Lewis, be honest.
Be
Lewis, be honest.
honest. Be honest.
Lewis, be honest.
In my David Beckham voice, be honest.
Give me the New York fucking Giants, baby. Give me the
Okay, well I'm picking the Niners, so I will you
Jess,
2-1.
Jess, what are you picking?
She picked the
Picking
Niners.
Motherfucker. All right, fine, fair enough.
So we all have one. We all have one extra loss on the schedule. For them.
Week 14, they're playing the Rams again.
I
Is
feel-
this
I
a
feel like
thing?
they'll
Is this
split.
You think that? Yeah, I can see it. This division really, I could see these teams just splitting because they're like really good.
They're gonna eat each other. They're just gonna eat each other. That's what's gonna happen.
Week 15 against the Chargers.
They should.
They should beat the Chargers.
They should.
But will they? Chat. I have San Fran.
Can beat the Chargers.
I have San Fran. I think they could do it.
Fine.
Week 16 against
Chiefs will probably
KC.
lose.
I'll
lose.
give Chiefs the win here.
They can't get over that hump yet.
Yeah.
They're not beating the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Week 17 against
Yeah,
the
they're gonna
Eagles.
beat the
Do the
Chiefs.
Eagles get their lick back, chat?
It depends on where they are during this late in the season. If the
It
Eagles
depends.
are,
It depends on where both of them are, honestly, for this game.
yeah, I think if they're
I'm
both,
going Eagles.
It's a tough one.
Right? I feel like you could really go either way with that match.
Okay? So all right. What's better? Who's the better team if both of them suck? If both of them are having down years, who's the
Okay,
better
both of
team?
them having down years,
The
then
That's
Eagles
the
are the better
question.
team.
Eagles will probably win.
Yeah.
All right, and they're gonna beat the
And they
Cardinals.
lose to the Cardinals.
They ain't
No, we
losing.
said they lost to the Cardinals because they're resting their starters.
Oh shit, I forgot.
That's in.
You are
Yeah,
correct.
the rest
But that's
exactly,
if they have a great year. I think 10-6, you don't rest.
So the Cardinals are going 0-17.
Yes. yes.
Bruce is
You
right. If
know-
it's only 10-6, you're not resting. Get your ass in there.
Hell
Get this
yeah,
fucking
get your
win.
fucking ass in there and get that fucking win.
And that's not 10-6 not a guarantee either. They'll be third place in that division at 10-6 at that
That
point.
is very true. I think 11-6 is fair. I think maybe you could go 1 win less, 1 win more if you really feel fucking ambitious about it. I think double digit wins is very realistic for this team. And I think it's the expectation. What do y'all think?
They get 9. What do we do?
Do they still make playoffs win 9? That's my question.
No.
That's the backdoor playoffs.
No.
If-
9, no playoffs.
Oh, if
What do
they-
you do?
If they don't,
Now,
Kyle.
if they don't go to the
One more
playoffs,
year.
then they probably high chance they probably fire Kyle. High chance. Not saying that they will, but yeah, it would definitely be a hot seat moment.
I think you have to. I think you go 9-8, you don't make the playoffs. You got to change something.
Only because that's too close to the last season where you didn't make the playoffs. That was just 2 years ago. You can't
Right.
be making playoffs within like a 2-3 year.
You either got to make a decision on Kyle or your quarterback. That's got to happen. If you go 9-8, no
I mean,
playoffs,
our
that's
owner-
got to happen.
Jeb may just be like, "Fuck this! I'm getting rid of both. Fuck this quarterback and fuck this fuck this coach."
Yo, to be
He's gonna
honest,
bring in a
Listen,
coach.
Mike Tomlin's
bring
out
in a
there, Sean McDermott's
quarterback.
out there. There's gonna be coaches out there.
He'll probably want to get something close to Kyle, so he'll probably pick up Sean McDermott. He'll be the new coach of the Niners.
There you go.
And then once Kyle becomes available, either the Jets or the Bengals are going to fire their coach. and bring him on.
Listen. I promise you, Jess. If your pipe dream of Kyle Shanahan coming to the Jets becomes realistic, I'll get
We're
a
going
tattoo somewhere.
We're going to the games.
We're going to the games. Like it was just destiny at that
We
point.
can all cast our arms in support.
Right.
well, speaking
We
of
could all break
support,
a rib.
speaking of support, the Rams fucking got a lot of support this offseason, and this is the next team we're talking about who finished second last season in the NFC West with the record of 12-5, tied with the San Francisco 49ers. And listen, last year they were a great team. Matthew Stafford was the MVP of the league. You just look at his stats. I mean, it was fucking ridiculous what they were doing last year. 4,700 yards, 46 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. Like, this was a fantastic year. Puka Nacua had 1,700 yards and 10 touchdowns. Devontae Adams, not that much in the yards, but 14 touchdowns, right? Kyron Williams had a great year as a running back and as a receiver as well with 281 yards, right? This Rams offense was prolific. And also this defense showed up in moments, right? This defense was more clutch than good. And it showed throughout the entire year, right? They were really good throughout the entire year. And I had them, and Jess also had them winning the Super Bowl when we did our playoff predictions. And they got pretty close. They got to the NFC Championship game after a scary fucking win against Carolina. And then a scarier fucking win against Chicago in overtime. I mean, at Chicago, that was a crazy game. I remember being up for that, watching it with you guys. That shit was insane. And then they lose to Seattle by 4 points, 31-27. And what the Rams did after they lost that game was say, I fuck it bet. And so they brought back their entire offense from last year. And they added
With a new backup quarterback.
with a new backup quarterback, Ty Simpson at the 13th overall pick. No fucking biggie. Didn't fucking matter who they drafted at that pick because they got Myles Garrett anyway. Myles Garrett just fucking broke the sack record last year with the Cleveland Browns, and now he's an LA Ram.
Plus Trey McDuffie as well. For no
And they
reason.
got Trey
could fuck it.
McDuffie, and they got Jalen Watson. And like this,
And possibly
Possibly.
Possibly. Just look at me. They're building a nuclear weapon.
If Aaron Donald is on this team by September, they're building the nuke. They are Oppenheimer. It's not Sean McVay
right.
anymore. It's Sean
What if
Oppenheimer.
they don't get Aaron Donald? Are they still a nuke?
Yes.
What was it? What was it called? There was Big Daddy, Little Daddy when they made the atomic bombs. Right now they're Little Daddy. They get Aaron Donald, they're being the Big Daddy.
It's crazy.
I think that's what they were called.
The defense was the reason why they lost some of these games and why some of these games were close. And then they just got the best edge rusher of this generation and won a top 8 corner.
Top 8 corner.
And then they also got Jalen Watson, who's also a good corner. Stole him from the Chiefs, by the way. Just stole both of them. And this offense is still
Curl's
good.
also really good.
Like this Quentin Lake is not bad either. Like Nate Landman is a good linebacker. Byron Young's a good edge rusher, right? Kobe Turner. Like this defense is gonna be a problem next year, dude. And this offense is still so good. It's so good. Puka Nacua, listen, Puka, off the field shit.
I mean, look,
Not fucking phenomenal. But let me tell you, on the
that's
field,
probably
this brother
been the
could ball.
bad. The worst thing about their offseason has been Puka Nacua and his drama.
Yeah.
That's probably been the worst thing going
Allegedly
on.
biting people.
He has to be on a very short leash this season.
Yeah, because he's so
McVay
good.
has to What time are you going to bed tonight? Call me when you wake up in the morning.
Hold on. Yeah.
Tell
Yeah,
me
Puka.
what are you eating for lunch? Who
Yeah,
are you eating
yeah.
with? What table are you sitting at?
Yeah. I just wanted to hear, what kind of salad dressing are you putting on your salad right now? Yeah. All right, buddy. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Are you in your kitchen right now? You're in your living room? That's right. Me too, man. Hey, listen. I'll come over. We'll run some film. It'll be great.
No, Coach, don't worry. We're going out. We're going out at like 8 o'clock tonight. Don't worry about it. Yeah, we're going to the club. Meeting the boys. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
You're leaving the house?
Yeah.
Hangs up the phone.
Yeah.
911. We gotta rate this motherfucker. He's not leaving the crib. Keep him fucking there. I don't care what you gotta do. How many first round picks do you want to the LAPD? I don't give a fuck. I'll give you all the first round picks you want to the LAPD. It doesn't matter. I'll give you fucking $100 million. It doesn't matter. You keep him in his fucking house locked up. That's Sean McVay right there.
That's Sean McVay.
And also you have one of the best coaches in the league. It's Sean McVay. This LA team proved last year that they were a Super Bowl contender by almost beating the Seattle Seahawks. And then they added more than they subtracted. Yeah, the expectation's still there, champ.
Yeah, I wonder what you're going to say to that. I want to hear, because I know how Lewis would feel about this. But I want to hear your opinion on this. Would you call LA a Super Bowl favorite?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like they give LA the Super Bowl.
Are they a contender or a favorite? Because there's a difference between the two. What would you call them?
I mean, people think they're Super Bowl contenders and that they're the favorite in the Super Bowl.
Fair enough.
Yeah, they're both. They're everything. They're a everything bagel.
But sometimes addition just makes things heavy. Sometimes it doesn't make it always better.
Yo,
Sometimes
cut,
it's her LeBron
argument
cut that bullshit out, bro.
This is the LeBron argument coming back.
Come on, bro. They literally
This is
added
not the
Myles
LeBron
Garrett,
I'm
who
just
just
saying-
came off of 23 sacks. Like, what are we talking about?
I'm not saying. Look. They're obviously going to be very good. I have expectation that they need to be good. I don't think they're going to flop. I don't think they're going to run into too many issues during the season. Their most important thing is that you have to stay healthy, especially the big people you're bringing in here like Myles Garrett. He's got to stay healthy. I just don't think I'm ready to crown them champions yet. And especially since there's no confirmation that Aaron Donald is coming back. If he makes the confirmation that he's coming back, I think then I'll be like, you know what? They probably will actually win the Super Bowl.
Bro, even
But if he's not coming back,
Bro, why are we acting?
still a bad-
Hold
there's
on.
still a bad fucking team, like a good-ass team, but come on.
Jess. Why are we acting like this defense is not good without Aaron Donald? Why? Why
What,
are we acting like this?
But
Why are
that's
we
another
doing
reason
this
why I
thing?
think that they're
Oh,
not
well, if Aaron
that's another
Donald
reason
comes
why I think
back,
that maybe he's not coming back because they're fine without him.
just. Aaron Donald is like the cherry on top of the fucking sundae that the Rams already have. The Rams are already a
Yeah, he
sundae.
also hasn't played in
Whipped
like 3
cream and all.
years.
Sprinkles. Aaron Donald, one cherry. That's it. That's all he is to this team.
Just, I hear your argument. I think it's a fair argument. He hasn't played in 3 years. He has, and you can't expect him to be the old Aaron Donald. Not to appease Lewis's argument, right? Because I'll play both sides here. Half of an Aaron Donald, half of it of a Donald, Aaron Donald on this already is astounding Rams defense takes this defense from like a 9 to an 11. Half of it, Aaron Donald, because he doesn't have to be Aaron Donald. He could be
You have Miles
half of himself, get 10 to 12 sacks, and Myles Garrett's got the other 22.
Yeah.
Like
And then you
that's
got Byron
the
Young.
argument.
Oh my God.
And you got 2 of the top 5 corners in the NFL. So I understand your argument with Aaron. Like again, I kind of lean towards that too. Like we have to be hesitant about it if he comes back because it's a big playing
I am not
gap.
It's a big gap.
We saw
apologizing
Philip
for
Rivers try to do it. It
changing
didn't work out.
my stance. I am not going to give them the crown just yet. I'm sorry.
Shit, I am. Now let's talk
Knock
about
yourself out. It's your
Shit.
prerogative. It's your prerogative. I just don't think I'm just not going to give that to them right now. Maybe when the season starts and I see them like bulldozing their way through the NFL, then yeah, okay, I can acknowledge it then. But right now it's still kind of early. They're definitely Super Bowl contenders. Absolutely.
The Lewis freeze.
Shit, I'm knocked out. I was knocked out, man. I knocked myself out. Shit.
Listen, I already know. I can already see it now. Lewis is gonna hold this over your head, Jess. Like I promise you. He's gonna find this clip and re-show it to you like 5 times. If the Rams are like 17-0.
We saw a team go 17-0 and not win the Super Bowl, so okay.
That's right. Fuck the Patriots.
All right,
But it also
16-1,
makes
fine.
it better if it wasn't. It also made it better that it was the Patriots because fuck the Patriots. I actually like the Rams. I actually like their coach. I actually like their players.
This is a fun schedule.
It is fun.
I'm
You
not
want to know
against
why?
the Rams.
You
I
want to know
just
why?
feel
Because
like
they're
I'm
gonna
not
win a
around them
lot.
right now.
Gonna win a lot. All right.
They're tough. There's tough games here.
Very much so. Yeah. So let's get to it. It is the LA Rams 2026-2027 record prediction. Here we go. We start straight away with week 1 in Australia. Rams taking on the 49ers.
They'll beat the Niners.
I think so. Jess?
What did I say the last time?
Yeah.
You said they were gonna win.
I think that the Niners are gonna win.
And week
Nope.
2,
Oh yeah. And we overruled you. Yeah. That's right.
let's just call a spade a spade. We're getting our shit spanked. I'm sorry. But, Giants fans, I'm sorry. Week 3 against the Broncos. Let me tell you, the Broncos defense is good.
This is a good early test for them.
Very good. I think the Rams still get it done, though.
In Denver. Ooh.
It is early. I don't think
It's
Denver matters.
I think it does.
All I know is they're gonna air the shit out of the ball then.
They are gonna air their shit out of the ball. Jess, what are you saying?
The Eagles?
Week 3
No,
against
Denver.
the Broncos.
I was actually going to give this to Denver.
Ooh.
I'm kind of leaning that way too.
Ooh. Are we getting spicy
I'm kind of
now?
leaning that way too.
Are you getting spicy, Chad?
I think it's early on. They'll struggle a little bit early on. I think Denver's a good test for them that they'll struggle with, and then they'll recover.
All right. Week 4 against the Eagles. I respect.
I think they'd beat the Eagles.
I think they beat the Eagles respectfully. Week 5 against the Bills.
Fuck.
I think they're better. I think
Probably
they.
beat the
I think
Bills.
they could beat the Bills. But Josh Allen has had some miraculous
He
performances.
plays
against
well
them.
in that stadium,
He
but he
does.
plays well in that stadium in LA.
I'm going Bills, respectfully. I would not have given the Broncos loss. I think that this is like in my opinion, like
You know,
their
you,
first
you know what? You know what?
legitimate
That's fair.
ass lost.
You know, that's fair.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like I can go either or. I feel like they're either gonna lose to Denver or they're gonna lose to
Yeah.
Buffalo.
And
It's one of the
let's
two.
call a spade
beat
from
the
week
Cardinals.
6 to week 10. They're winning every
They
game.
beat the Raiders. They beat the
Yeah.
Chargers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're winning every
Yeah,
game. Like,
they're winning
let's,
yeah,
let's
they'll be
just
fine.
let's just cut the bullshit. Week 12 against the Packers. I mean, they're better than the
They
Packers.
should beat Green Bay. Yeah, they should.
They're
beat Green Bay.
just better. Week 13 against the Chiefs. Respectfully, they're better. Way better. In my opinion.
Jess is gonna make a point right
Oh,
now.
fuck me. Jess,
Jess
let's outrule you.
Jess went from here
Let's
to here the minute the Chiefs
let's
popped up.
overrule her, Daniel. Please, I can't hear this biracial people greatness talk. You
No,
know,
Jess, go ahead. Just make your argument.
It's not biracial people greatness. I
Just
think that
make your
I
argument.
think that this could be an amazing game. Since we automatically think the Rams are going to have a phenomenal season. If the Chiefs are having a pretty good fucking comeback season, I'm sorry. I think the Chiefs can win.
Daniel, can we just
I'm gonna give it to
overrule her
the
and
Chiefs
keep
for
it
this
moving?
one.
Can we just overrule and keep it moving, please?
I don't know.
Oh my
Genuinely,
God.
genuinely, I don't know. I think the Rams are the better team, but when KC's going, they
I
don't
think
lose.
Chiefs
But
know how
on
to
the
win.
night, but on the week, but on the night. Okay, fucking.
Hang on.
All right, 9 and 3.
Wait. Hang on. Let me do. I want to see if this is a primetime game because that matters to me. I just want to see. I just want to see when this
Sure,
game is. If they're
primetime game.
coming off a short week, if
Man,
they're playing on a short
They
week.
literally took both of their corners. They're spanking.
This
them.
is a Thursday night game. This is an Amazon Prime game.
Bro, they're
okay?
spanking the Chiefs, bro.
The whatchamacallit? The Rams are playing the week before, the day before Thanksgiving. That's their Netflix game. So the Rams are gonna have an extra day of rest. Yeah, give me the Rams.
There we go.
Yeah, fair enough. Give me the Rams.
There we go. Fucking logic.
Extra
There
day
we
of
go.
rest.
Week 14 against the 49ers. Do we think they split?
Did we say they split?
Yeah.
We did, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I think they split.
They beat the
Yeah.
Cowboys, respectfully.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
Seattle. I'm gonna give it to Seattle.
But do we think they split, though?
Yeah,
Oh,
they
with
split.
Seattle.
They split with Seattle. Yeah.
All right, so 13 and 14. 13. No, what? Huh? 13 and 4. Excuse me.
That sounds reasonable.
This is very reasonable. This is also very doable. I do think.
And
It
I
sounds
think
very
that, I think they
realistic.
can get 15 wins.
they could get 15 wins. They could. I can see that too.
Cause let's keep it a stack. They could beat the Bills.
I don't.
And they could
I
beat the
think
Broncos.
4 is their major. Like, go ahead.
You guys keep going. I'll be right back.
Like they could beat the Broncos. They could beat the Bills. They could also just sweep the 49ers. There's possibilities for
think-
15 to 16 wins here.
I think the most losses they have is 4. I can't see them having under 5 losses. I think that's more likely, is they'll have at most 4 losses.
Yeah.
The wins will be the wins where they get them, but they won't lose more than 4 games. This is like worst case scenario, honestly.
Yeah. Well, let's fucking get to
Move on to the last team in this
the
division.
last team in this division, and the best team in the world at this point. It's the Seattle Seahawks, chat. The Seattle Seahawks are your Super Bowl champions of last season, and they were dominant the entire year. I mean, what else can you say about this team? I mean, they had taken a flyer on Sam Darnold out of Minnesota, and it worked. And Jackson Smith and Jigba had a leap. He had, I think, 1,700 plus yards, almost 1,800 yards. He literally was the entire offense. Cooper Kupp had the second most yards on this team with 593. Yeah, it was JSN the entire way. And Kenneth Walker had 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns.
Zach Charbonnet was really good.
Zach Charbonnet was really good, but mostly,
Raheem Shaheed.
if we're keeping it a stack, the defense for this team was phenomenal. This overall team defense was fucking ridiculous. And it wasn't like these guys had crazy sack numbers. It wasn't like these guys just had unreal like production. It's just that they were better than you as a unit.
They don't have like what makes this team so great is they don't have the superstar defensively, right? Apart like obviously now we know like Byron Murphy, Jaron Reed, DeMarcus Lawrence, Ernest Jones, Devon Weatherspoon, Julian Love, like these Nick
Nicky
World,
Manwari, like these boys are
like
fucking
these are like great players, but they're not superstars. Like you don't really know about them, but when you see them play, you're like, oh damn, these brothers can cook. Like these brothers can play. You know what I mean? It's like it makes them the best like defensive team maybe ever since the Legion of Boom.
Yeah.
Right? Like this is as a unit as a whole, they don't have much of a hole anywhere defensively. Even their depth is really good. They just keep rotating guys in and out. So it's like Dante Fowler is your backup.
That's nice. I like that.
Like Julian Neal's a really good also cornerback as well, and he's your 4. There was another one on here that I saw. Patrick O'Connell's really good too. Michael Dansby's also kind of ball a little bit. It's like these guys are good. And they didn't do much in free agency. Their biggest loss was Kenneth Walker, but then they weren't paying him that kind of money. Arguably, Zach Charbonnet not being there to start the year might hurt them a lot, unironically.
But I do think that Jadarian Price is really good.
Price,
out of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
He was right behind. If Jeremiah Love was not on Notre Dame, Jadarian Price would have went stupid. Like that's just how.
And he probably would have been higher in the draft. And his O line is fantastic. We even talk about that. His O line is like one of the best O lines in the NFL.
It's such a good O line.
It's such a good O line. And then you still got Cooper Kupp. You still got Jack Smith-Njigba. Jake Bobo's a really good 4.
Yeah, Rashid Shaheed's
also
a great deep threat.
And like you can make a trade if you want to. You also have Jalen Milroe, which I think is unironically so funny as your third quarterback. But then Sam Darnold was actually like the most important piece of this team.
Hell yeah.
Unironically, they didn't pay Sam Darnold to be the guy, and he didn't play like that. He just played like Sam Darnold plays. It wasn't anything flashy. It wasn't anything.
He had a worse year.
He did. Right? Like Sam Darnold wasn't all that, but they did what he needed to do. Get the ball to JSN, which he knew how to do. Right? He could throw. He always knew he could throw the ball. We knew that. And then Zach Charbonnet just did a lot of the slack, and that O-line gave him time to work. Like Sam Darnold, like I don't want to start this argument of Sam Darnold always had talent, but Sam Darnold also just needed the right group. Like some quarterbacks just need the right group. Brock Purdy, right? So
yeah.
They were able to figure out the right group to put Sam Darnold in. They trusted it. And Mike McDonald did such a great job of just knowing he had a great receiver in JSN, knowing how to use Sam Darnold, not have him throw the ball 40 times a game, just maybe just enough. And you could lean on your run game, you could lean on your O-line, you could lean on your defense, and you'll win a lot of games. Like Mike McDonald did a great job with this group and this team, so I give him a lot of credit too.
Shout out to him. I mean, first time, I think it was his second year as the coach.
Second year, yeah.
And he was phenomenal. I mean, he coached that defense like that. The way that they were handling teams in certain games, I was like, holy fuck, this defense is so good.
But you know what it is too, Lewis? And Jess, if you're still there, you know what it is too? It's like they came out of nowhere. Right? Like, who really knew anybody on this team apart from Sam Darnold? Like, we knew JSN was a good receiver. Did we know he was this good? They signed Cooper Kupp and like, oh, that's cute. They signed Sam Darnold like, okay, I guess that's the guy. But is he really going to win the Super Bowl? Right? And it's like, we didn't really know how good this defense was. We didn't know how good Mike McDonald was as a coach. The book was still out. And they came out and they proved everybody wrong.
Yeah.
And it's like, even their losses, they lost by 4 points to the Cardinals. I mean, to the Niners. They lost by 2 points to the Titans. They lost by 3 points to like the Rams. It's like even and like they played close games like they did, but like even their losses aren't that bad. They lost by 3 to Tampa. That was it. They lost by
Yo,
2
I'm
to
not gonna lie. That was a Baker Mayfield game all the way. Holy shit! I remember
that was
that game. Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold were just going band for band, touchdown after touchdown after touchdown after. That shit was one of the best games that I've ever seen. It was a phenomenal.
and then
game.
they had arguably the best playoff performance defensively in a playoff history when they just completely annihilated the Niners. They lost a shootout to the Rams. The Rams were there, but they didn't. They couldn't get over the hump. The defense let them down, and then they just cakewalked the Pats.
They cakewalked them.
So it's like
so
they cakewalked them. So it was like, but at that point we knew how good they were. So I cannot say enough good things about this team. This is still a really, really, really good team on paper, right? Maybe no Zach Charbonnet, maybe no Kenneth Walker hurts. But I think it's fair to give them that. Are they going to have a hangover? Right? That's the question. Are they going to have a hangover?
They possibly could have a hangover. I think, it's not every day where you see like these great teams just continuously be great. Like sometimes they have a little bit of slumps, right? But I do think that this team is still set up for success because they didn't have to pay anybody and they kind of kept their original group. So I don't see why there's any reason why they don't believe that they can't do it again. I think they can. Like, this team is so good. It's well constructed, well coached as well. You don't have those superstars on defense, but you got some fucking dogs on defense who are fucking ready to run through a brick wall for Mike McDonald. Like, this team is fucking legit. And then we're going to fucking predict their record here, chat. The 2026-2027 Seattle Seahawks record prediction by yours truly. Week 1, it's a Super Bowl rematch from last year. The Patriots versus the Seahawks. I got the Seattle Seahawks winning. Respectfully.
I got Seahawks too.
Like, yeah. I just think that they are just still the better team.
Yeah, and it may be a closer game to Super Bowl. I do believe that, but I think the Seahawks still overall going to be the better team.
Yeah. Let's just keep this shit brief. They're beating the Cardinals and they're beating the Commanders.
Yes.
Are they beating the Chargers? I believe so.
I believe so.
Yeah. If they're splitting with San Fran, are they winning Week 5 or are they winning Week 12?
They could lose this one, and then they'll win Week 12.
All right. Week 6 against the Denver Broncos.
I hate Denver, man. When we do Denver next week, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
My thing is, I think Seattle's defense, they struggle against guys who can air that shit out. And Denver just can't air that shit out like a Tampa Bay did or like a LA did. Like, they just don't have that offensive firepower to really match up. So I'm going to give it to Seattle again here.
But I feel like Denver's defense is a bad matchup for them too.
Is it?
Because Sam Darnold can't really air it out either sometimes.
I mean,
and I feel like against the run, they're not gonna be able to get the run established at all, and you gotta rely on Sam Darnold, and that's where shit hits the fan.
I just don't. I think the Broncos, when they're facing these two prolific offenses, I don't think it matters. Defensively, I don't think it matters defensively, and they don't have the offensive firepower enough to continuously handle with these teams. They just don't.
That's fair.
That's what I think. But Denver could shock me. I mean, they won 13 games last year. I think 13 or 14. Like, they were fucking fantastic. Like, they could just upset a lot of these teams. Week 7, the Chiefs going into Seattle. I'm sorry. They're winning again. They're not beating. Their Chiefs aren't winning. I'm sorry. Week 8 against the Chicago Bears.
I have surprising loss.
Why can I see that too? Because Caleb can air that shit out, and he is fucking Mystic Caleb, and he's a wizard, and he's majestic.
He's developing into his own little monster in the making.
You know
I
what?
think.
Since I'm already outvoted, I would go Seattle here, but we're gonna have to go Bears. We not. I mean, they're
They'll
beating.
beat
I
the
mean, they're winning. Yeah. Let's keep it a stack.
They're beating Dallas
Yeah.
too.
Well, yeah. I can agree with. I'm fucking week 14. Okay, listen, guys. Guys. Jackson Dart can air it out. Okay, let me tell you something. Seattle struggles with a quarterback who could throw. No, we're losing.
Jack Starks also air it out to the other team.
Yeah. We're losing this one. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
Right back.
This sucks. Week 15 against the Eagles. Man, I just think Seattle's too damn good. Like, I just think they're so good. Like I don't think there's anything stopping them really. In terms of being,
except for the Rams, except for the nuke, the LA nuke.
yeah. I think 14-3 is very realistic for this team. Respectfully, maybe you can give them another loss if the Broncos come up. Maybe a team upsets and maybe but I think just off of the face value alone right now, yeah, they're gonna be right back where they were last year in the playoffs. They're a great team. They're still well coached. I think 14-3 is super realistic for them. And
I agree.
You know what? I think 15-2 is realistic. I think they could beat the Bears. Who knows? What if they sweep the Niners?
They might sweep the Niners
Like
too.
like that's a thing. Like they can have 15 wins comfortably. And I have not said that about any team yet. Besides the Rams. That's it. Like these are the
They
two
could
teams.
get 16.
They could get 16.
Like they may be 16-1, the rest be 15-2. Like that's
Who's winning in the NFC conference in the divisional? Who's winning? Is it going to be the Rams and Seattle? Who's going? Who's beating? Who's winning?
I'd be
That's a good
hard
question.
I'd be hard pressed to see any other
'Cause
team.
that's most
there.
likely the matchup we're going to get.
With the new and improved defense, I think Rams take it, but it's close as fuck. It's a close ass game.
I'd have to see how they play in the regular season. Those games are going to be important. But if everybody's healthy and the nuclear weapon is there,
If Big Daddy's there,
Big Daddy's there.
it's hard not to say Rams because the Rams are the sexy pick. But Seattle definitely has their chance. Definitely.
I think it's so close. It's so close. I think I probably lean Rams if everybody's there and healthy, but I would not be surprised if Seattle just has their number. It may be one of those instances which Seattle has their number. The Chiefs have everybody's number in the AFC, so it's like it could just be that, But I would have to see how they play in the regular season is going to tell me a lot about both teams.
Yeah.
And where they're at.
All right.
Jess, what do you say?
Or who's going to win that game?
It's so tough.
I would say because they already beat them. Seattle may win. They may pull it off.
Okay. Is Seattle the new KC?
No. Oh, stop. They need.
In terms of
No.
like
In
dominance,
terms of gatekeeping,
I think they could become a new dynasty.
Good, but they would. That means they would have to win this year. You'd already have to be giving it to them.
do they?
They don't. If they win,
they better
2 championships in 3 years, they're a
If they
dynasty.
beat the Rams, hypothetically, they go to the Super Bowl, right? Are they better than Buffalo?
Yeah.
You think Buffalo's going to the Super Bowl this year?
I'm gonna name a bunch of teams.
Yeah, they're better than Buffalo.
Are they better than Baltimore?
Yes.
Better than New England?
Yes. They beat them already.
Better
Yes.
than Better than Cincy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are they better than every team in the AFC?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very comfortably.
So if their
Unfortunately.
only competition is the Rams, are they gatekeeping? Are they the new KC of the NFC?
They could be. Sam Darnold could be Matt Stafford's Patrick Mahomes.
That's a sentence. That's a fucking sentence. Could you that's a sentence.
Yeah, that's a funny sentence. That's a funny way of putting it. But like, the team overall just has your number. And Sam Darnold may not have the biggest brilliance in the world, but his team is still very, very talented. So you cannot take them out of the equation at all. I just like the Rams more because I think their offensive firepower is a bit better, and I think their defensive firepower in terms of the stars that they have can outshine some of the offensive players. Of Seattle.
Secondary question.
Yeah.
Do the Rams beat every team in the AFC in the playoffs? Meaning the Super Bowl. That see?
Yes.
Are they better? They better than Buffalo?
Yes.
They better than Baltimore?
Yes.
Yes.
They
Comfortably.
better than Detroit?
Oh, comfortably. Yeah.
Not Detroit, Denver. Sorry.
Oh, comfortably. Yeah, I think so.
So whoever wins that game is winning the Super Bowl.
In my opinion, yes.
Yeah.
I think Denver has a shot because their defense is so good.
Okay.
But it's I won't pick them. I won't pick them though. Well, that's gonna do it for our.
Yes. See
Well,
you
so,
guys
all right.
later.
Well, first
All
off,
right, so
let's
Official rankings.
official rankings. Let's say it all together. Hold up. Let me get the teams first. It is okay. I got it. All right. So on 3, 1, 2, 3, it'll be Cardinals, 49ers,
Cardinals,
Rams,
There's
Seahawks.
Rams, Seahawks.
Yay! Yeah, we did it! Yay! Good job. And
I'm
also,
surprised you didn't do Cardinals, Niners, Seahawks, Rams.
Yeah, it's tough. I think though.
Is that what you want to do, Jess?
I think those two are very
Oh,
interchangeable.
because I was gonna put Seattle 1. I didn't think you guys would put Seattle 1.
Ooh,
It's
You
close.
guys are
it's
putting
close.
Blazing the Rams.
They're one game apart.
They're one game apart. Yeah. They may be tied for first place in this division. Like it may come down to like the tiebreak between the two of them.
That would be exciting.
This is even like 1A and 1B. This is like 1A and 1 double A.
Shit, it's just 1 and 1. They're both the one.
It's either like you draw your ones straight or do you draw your ones with like the added line at the bottom. You know what I mean?
It's taste, it's preference. You know what I'm saying?
It's preference.
Yeah. Well, that's gonna do it. We did it. Next week is gonna be the AFC West, where we're talking about biracial
last
people
division
greatness.
review.
The last division review before we get into our quarterback rankings for next season, and then our second team picks. Okay, so by the end of August, we will have picked our second team that we will be rooting for coming next year, as well as the team that we root for, which are the Jets for Jess and Daniel, and then the Giants for me. So, yeah, that's gonna do it for us. Anything else before
Peace
we
out,
go?
y'all.
Yeah, no, all right.
No, we're tired.
Let's get the fuck out of here,
Sunday.
Scoob. Take